Yeah. Back up in the building. Harris is Drinking Again podcast. Another edition. T.N.R. 043. Harry's drinking again. That's right. We're getting back up in the building here. We got another dope night, dope show. We're going to get West Windover rapper P.I.T, the P.I.T up in the building to talk about his mixtape 2022. We also have another podcast host on the menu tonight, Fabian of the Ignorance is Strength podcast. Give me one moment. Wow. I send these emails out to these gentlemen. I'm a little behind the times. Today's show, you know, it's gonna be a lit one here. Fabian will be on at 9:30. He is the I guess you could say our main guest of the night, but no guest is more important than the other. We do well, there is levels to this shit, but we got the P.I.T coming on here, and then brother Ray G is in Bible study right now, and so he will be on here in about 30 to 45 minutes. And we're gonna play some music. We're gonna get into this man's catalog. We're gonna connect with another podcaster tonight. We're gonna break down the week. It's gonna be a smooth, easygoing show. I'm over here, no button up tonight, no nothing, in the hoodie and the sweats, chilling, no shave. No shave November or something going on. This is going to be an easy show. I've been in the lab behind the scenes most of the week. I've been in management mode. You know, I'm my own manager. I do all the editing. I'm doing all the booking. I'm doing all the everything, the thumbnails, the promotion. So now it's showtime. So we got to get up in there. Harry's drinking again. Thank you to all the new subscribers, man. 171. Man, shout out to that. Rico Podcast. Rico Podcast, one of the latest subscribers, man. Chase Strange One Thompson up in the building, man. Miles Bostock. Shout out to you, man. Check out that Calendar app. I posted it up on the Facebook. Book your slot today. Depending on when you go in and out of it, I'll vary the times, you know what I mean? But it will be mostly up to date. Definitely the Thursday night show is the bread and butter over here. So all artists who want the maximum exposure, I always suggest to do that one there. Let's go ahead and send the link out to P.I.T here, show link. And we're just gonna keep it smooth, man. We do have guests. Let's see. Next week will be our Thanksgiving show. That's gonna be lit. After you guys are all full off turkey and then watching the game, come over here to Harris's Drinking Again and just tap in with us. It's gonna be like a 4-hour marathon show. It's gonna be dope. I might do 2 streams that day. That's how dope it's gonna get. All right, man. Hit up in the building. But I might do 2. We might do 2, man. Yes. Harris is drinking. Juan Vasquez, you know, he confirmed December 15th. Actor and a voiceover extraordinaire, Juan Vasquez, December 15th. We got a very special one I'm gonna talk about here in just a minute. Big Freeze, Mexico. Met these brothers at the Conejo show a couple months ago. Shout out to S.A. Habit. S.A. Habit, where you at, brother, man? You deleted all your social media. I can't find you. I text you. I called you. Your number's out of service. If anybody knows where S.A. Habit is, please call 435-602-2975. let us know. Asset Habit, where are you at, my brother? But shout out to the Silver State family, man. Shout out Xander Rage and Chino Boy. I've seen their man back in action, dropping heat once again. I see. I think we're gonna play Chino's latest one. I seen he just dropped a little banger. We already got the bots in the building. The levels are up. Everything's good. All right. P.I.T got the link. Fabian will be on here in just a moment, or 9:30. I mean, Fabian of the Ignorance is Strength podcast. Here we go. Type that in up on YouTube. He's got some really great content. Hollywood Wade Williamson was on the show. Apparently, we're gonna book a slot for Wade Williamson. I'm also gonna be on the brother show this Saturday. Anthony Thomas, a cat out of Florida. Anthony Thomas. Hold on. Yeah. This motherfucking chair's low. Chair's low, you already know. But yeah, we got a whole full booked calendar here. You know, we got to go into this screen share. If there's anybody up in the building, drop something in the chat. Make sure the levels are good. I know last week we had some audio problems. Shout out to The Moment Live this last Saturday, our latest interview. And we're also going to have some shorts on the channel dropping of him and that show. Big Steady in the building. Who They Want podcast going live. That man's a workaholic. Man, that dude puts us to shame. 1 or 2 lives a week. He's up on 6 or 7. 6 or 7. All right. First of all, let's see. Ignorance is Strength podcast, 7:30. 9:30 Mountain, 8:30 Pacific. Gentleman right here. This is Strength right here. 232 subs. Are we not subbed to it, brother? Well, shit, we're gonna have to sub right now. Hit that bell. You see it live in action. Resend the link. Oh, damn. Melon, don't be fucking around on me now. Don't be fucking around on me now. Trying to get Pit up in the building. Check that link now. Check your email there, brother. Ignorance is Strength podcast, 232 subscribers, 233 now. His brother will be on here 9:30, and I got to send him the link right now as well. Shout out Fabian. We're going to get the show cracking here. Here. Here we go. Check out that Atari while we're waiting. Harry Too Scary. As it happens. Like Atari.
I'm in the game like a Atari. Look at the haters are watching. I'm in the game like a Atari. Look at the haters are watching. I'm in the game like a Atari. Look at the haters are watching. Despite the mess, remember I'm blessed. Despite the mess, remember I'm blessed. Despite the mess.
All right.
Despite the messes in my broken home, I've navigated myself through the world and held my own. But nowadays haters scrolling through your page that want you gone. They screenshot some shit you said years ago on their phone. But bitch, you dead wrong. I'm way too fucking strong. I got my armor on, ain't no canceling me at all. I'm an old school type of star. Talk that dirty shit at the bar. Summer sweaty sex in the car. Jokes with racial slurs and all. Ain't no offending me, I scoff at this new left and lost. The effeminate and the soft type of men with them glass, not no brass balls. Bitch, I'm about to blast off. Feel me, wieldy dreams in my psyche. Doing bad habits with my homeboy Mikey nightly. Doing desert dirt and it might be frightening to those who oppose living life chasing pipe dreams. Down for whatever the night bring. Here we go again with the addies and the bars, and I know that the haters wanna fight me. Blah!
I'm in the game like Atari. Look at the haters are watching. I'm in the game like Atari.
Up in the building, we got the P.I.T coming to the stage. The man booked his time like a professional through the new and improved Calendar app. We're making strides over here, trying to become more professional, bring more professional content, hold artists to a higher level of accountability and standards, as well as myself, making artists, entertainers feel welcome, giving them a free speaking platform to come on and do as they wish and say and promote in any free way they want to. Now tonight, you've seen him before. If you haven't, one of West Windover's finest goes by the name P.I.T, also the P.I.T, holding it down for the 775. You could have caught him most recently outside of the Baby Bash and Burner show, passing out his CDs, slinging his tapes like an old school veteran back in the day. Without further ado, the P.I.T coming on. Tell it like you tell it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, G? What's good, G?
What is going on, my brother? Now, man, I had your stuff up on the screen here. We'll get your name up on there.
Yeah,
but how you doing, brother? I am good.
Another day in paradise, man. I can't complain.
All right, let's
making moves.
Yes, sir. All right, let me put your information up here on the screen. But yeah, man, thank you for coming on and booking your time slot, man. You know, we try to do it real live, real professional, and
yes, sir.
And give people because time is money. Time is money too. So
exactly, time is money.
Get the content in, get the content out. So most recently, I got a track of yours pulled up. We're gonna play some of your projects. So the last time you were on the show, you were in the mix of releasing your official project. Since then, it has came out.
Yeah.
And if you would like to just here we go. Where's my rapper? 2022 mixtape. Oh, by the way, I'm sipping a little dirty vodka martini with some blue cheese olives.
Started, huh? There we go. I just had some face on fire, so I'm feeling good, you know?
All right. And I got a rock star. I didn't go to work today, took the day off, and took a nap.
There we go.
Every time
Jerry's drinking again.
Every time I take a nap, though, it throws me off. I'm not a napper, and I feel like I have my energy's off of the show.
That happens. Everybody's different.
But go ahead, brother. Just talk to us, man. about your project, and I'll ask you a couple questions, to follow up. But
Should I
first,
start with the performance?
yes, yeah, anything you like, man, and I'll follow up with
Let's,
you there. Yes, sir.
let's hit it. Let's hit it.
All right.
This song right here is called "The Come Up." Features the other Dover boys. This is just my verse right here. I'm here to make a profit. I'm tired of haters' nonsense. I'm so sick from this beat that it makes me nauseous. Please proceed with caution. With me, there is no option to murk on every beat that be dropping. With me, there is no stopping. I always make it popping. Like LeBron be flopping. Like LeBron be flopping. Past the game, I'm stalking. I run the game, I'm balling. Steady sprint, they jogging. Steady sprint, they jogging. I'm chosen from the fallen. I'm destined for the greatness. I'm furthest from the fakest. I made the cut like tapers. Bet on me like Vegas. I always carry flavors. So loud it wake the neighbors. So loud it wake the neighbors. Cause they ain't never seen a look that a true pack the laughing gas. Got such a crazy dark hue that it mega smack. I'm spitting fact attack. In which they lack. In mega smack. I'm spitting fact attack. In which they lack. Woo! Yes, sir.
All right. Clap it up, clap it up.
Mhm.
Now which that's one of the singles off the album, off the mixtape.
Yeah, that one's actually a feature, a collab with me and the Dover Boys, which would be Dubtown Soldier, Stephen Monroe, and Young Josie.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, since you've put out this project, man, how do you feel? What's been the change, within yourself?
I just feel the love and support's been remarkable, man. People that I wouldn't expect to buy my tape, and they're paying more than just $5 for it because they say it's on fire, you know. So I'm proud of what I got, and I'm just gonna keep it rolling.
You feel like, and even before, because to make art, you have to be in a certain mind state. Do you feel like
Mhm.
you even wake up like with more of a purpose? Like now that you have like this artwork in the world, does it give you that like feeling, man, of like, yeah, like
I,
I
I
got some.
feel like it was something I was missing, and it's something that I want to keep close and near to my heart because I feel like I can make something work out of this.
Absolutely. That's the same way I feel with doing this podcast, man. It's branding, creating this brand and helping others create their brand and
Yeah,
using each other, you know what I mean? For
yeah.
for our own gain and for, out of the love too, man. Um what's been the response is good in the town? A lot of
The
support.
res- the response has been fairly well in town. I've sold a lot of mixtapes prior to going to the smoke shop. It's just the love at the smoke shop wasn't, I guess, expected. So we're gonna try the Nugget here tomorrow, and we're gonna push tapes there. See how well it goes with the Salt Lake crowd.
Okay. How did I seen you on the Pits Room up on Facebook? Go like the Pits Room on Facebook. You were at the Burner Baby Bash show, man. Talk to us
Yes,
about.
sir. Yes, sir. So I got the meet and greet with Burner. I actually got to give him one of my tapes, and he was an awesome man. He was everything I expected and more. And a little bit shortly after the whole business with Burner, I ran into Baby Bash, gave him one of my tapes. I had him sign one of his discs too because I told him I'm a big fan too, and he said he'll just listen to it when he's smoking. So it's pretty lit, you know. I'm just happy that other people are supportive and they know that it's not something easy to make a project and do it front to back, even the CD and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Was the show itself? It looked like it was a packed house, man. Huh? They turned it out.
Yeah, it was pretty lit. I want to say there was about 400 or 500 people there.
Yeah, okay. Not bad for the complex, on a
Yeah,
Friday night.
yeah, it was good.
Dope, man. Do you have any is this going to be a theme, or do you have a plan for like a 2023 mixtape, 24?
That's what I was actually gonna say. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just progress each year, bump, bump. Do 2023, do 2024.
Okay.
Just keep the fire coming.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm doing with the Desert Underground Volume series. I got Volume 3. I'm gonna put out some of my about 4 older ones, couple new ones.
Go.
And I've sent some beats out, man. No one's responding. I don't think they want to jump on old Harry's Volume 3, but shit, man, I'm gonna
send me something, man. You already know.
Then and
I'm never afraid to collab, bro. I'm here to sharpen the blades as much as I can. Okay. And I'm a firm believer in you got to put the time to get the grind. 10,000 hours to become a Michael Jordan or a Tiger Woods or a Mike Tyson, or it's what it is.
Yeah, we're going on almost a year. This is episode 43.
There we go.
Consistency is starting to pay off on the back end. I was talking in the beginning how I'm like I'm my manager. I'm doing the booking, the editing, sending out all the emails, setting up the shit. And it's but it's the response I'm getting is cool because we started to have some legit guests on here. Some guests, people have been in movies, and I just got Tommy Chong's information yesterday and sent him an email, and we're trying to get Tommy Chong for our 1-year anniversary guest.
That would be lit. And that would be lit right there.
Either that, or if he can do I'm sure he's booked for New Year's Eve, but the 29th would be like a cool New Year's Eve pre-show. But I'm going to ask Tommy if we can, I want to make it like a dope ass, like live call in where you call in and like we're like smoking and shit. Tommy's just like,
yeah,
like it's an interview, but it's more like, it's going to either be the 1-year show or like a New Year's show. Hopefully, man.
That'd be nice.
But
those are nice plans. Those are nice setups.
Yeah. But the year-end wrap-up's dope, man. Cause also I'm going to take a lot of your content, Chino Boy, Sandra Ray, Jesse Habit, all the artists that have been on this show, and do an end of the year clip, like
that'd be nice.
Year-end review, all the highlights and moments that we've had on the show. So
that's the point. We got to go viral, man. And if that happens, we'll go viral.
Yeah, we're gonna get some nice traction, man. I want to play some of your music.
Go ahead, sir.
Right now. And then also, we're going to talk about because last time too, man, I posted a clip up on the channel talking about your paranormal spiritual experience, man. It's got like 300.
Yes, sir.
And so we had some good dialogue up on there. Where did the fuck did this go? Okay, here we go. Let's see, I got Ruptured pulled up.
There we go.
Is that a good one? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruptured, produced by Anabolic Beats off of it 2022 mixtape. Oh, you cocksucker. There was a problem playing this audio file. Hold on.
Fight it. Windows Media.
All right. And that's one thing we're going to... Here we go. iTunes, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Build from the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round up. Build from the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round up. This is real life, and I was born to rap. Time to kick these rhymes to a beat that slaps. I'm more than gangster rap. I'm a gangster that raps, and you better be careful. I'll get you torn on contact.
Immortal in combat, and I'm immortal on the tracks. Turned up to the max, sit back and relax. I'm only spitting the facts while I'm stacking my cash. These haters come in and last. My life is moving too fast. Whoa, let me pause and recollect. It's time to get a check, but have you really sparked a joint yet? And if not, it's time to get it lit. I said the name is Spit, and I'm really here to spit. Built up from the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round. Built up from the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round. This is real life, and I was born to rap. Time to kick these rhymes to a beat that slaps. I'm more than gangster rap. I'm a gangster that raps, and you better be careful. I'll get you torn on contact. I'm up next to back to this beat that smack, and I will attack those in which they lack. Always spit and crack, cause my flow so dope. When it's sink or swim, I float on the boat, and I'm here to promote my language and my lifestyle. Stacking money till it's looking like the right pile. Why live then when you can't live now? Talk to people from my town, I make the Dover proud. From the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round up. Built from the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round. This is real life, and I was born to rap. Time to kick these rhymes to a beat that slaps. I'm more than gangster rap. I'm a gangster that raps, and you better be careful. I'll get you torn on contact. Those that said I was whack, never witnessed a Mac. Getting distant this track while reminiscing the back. To all the beats that slap, to all the raps I rap, to all the traps I trap, to put Dover on the map. Whoa. Let me pause and recollect. It's time to get it checked, but have you really sparked the joint yet? If not, it's time to get it lit. I said the name is P.I.T, and I'm really here to spit. Build from the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round up. Build from the ground up, you wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up, go ahead and round. This is real life, and I was born to rap. Time to kick these rhymes to a beat that slaps. I'm more than gangster rap. I'm a gangster that raps, and you better be careful. I'll get you torn on contact until I collapse. Overcome, adapt. Always kill the rap. Always make them tap. Always bringing slaps. Kill them with that heat. Now I'm feeling like this track is becoming complete. I'm here to promote my language and my lifestyle. Stacking money till it's looking like the right pile. Why live there when you can't live now? Talk to the people from my town. I make the Dover proud. Built up from the ground up. You wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up. Go ahead and round. Built up from the ground up. You wanna turn the sound up. Go ahead and round up. Go ahead. This is real life, and I was born to rap. Time to kick these rhymes to a beat that's more than gangster rap. I'm a gangster that raps, and you better be careful. I'll get you torn on contact. I just want to thank everyone for their support. Whether you bought or listened to my mixtape personally, the people give me love, I give them love back. Shoutouts to Nevada, my small city of West Wendover, and all the people that made this project possible. This is only the beginning. We're just getting started. My name is Ulysses, aka P.I.T, and I'm out.
Yeah, buddy. That's heat right there. That shit is heat.
Yeah.
Fire.
The ruptured.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. To write that song, man, you know, those lyrics. I didn't hear too much cursing. It was and it, you know, but what got you into that one?
I just wanted something that I can finalize my mixtape and make a statement. Something they'll remember me by, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that's heard from top to bottom, they say the mixtape's fire. So I love it, man.
I like it. The beat sounds like a good closer. It sounds like one of those you could perform it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, get you torn on contact. It has that, like, you know,
yeah. That bounce. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the speakers at a show, the boom, get the boom. So I listen to stuff like that too, you know, seeing like, okay, you know, which song would be a good stage banger, you know? And,
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Do you have any performances or anything planned, lined up? You guys have anything going on here in the future?
Right now, not currently, but I am looking at some venues and different options, see what I can jump on just as an undercard or something, just to get my name out there.
Do you have a line on who is it? Robert Trujillo owns the corner bar up there or something like that.
Yeah. We've actually talked to him. It's just we need to get more into business details, contracts, stuff like that. So it's
Um,
all a process.
I would because and me and Ray are gonna talk about this tonight as well. We got some big things lined up. So we did this event years ago, Yam Jam, Ray's back in Reno. We're
Yeah.
doing a Yam Jam part 2 for 2024. It's every year on Cinco de Mayo, but
There we go.
I want to do a live Harris is Drinking Again live show, and I got a couple of ideas. Either renting a room, bringing the setup, hot tub, bottles, the whole just like a house party,
Yes, sir.
or not even renting, but I got a couple people in Vegas that might be down to let me use their backyard, right? And basically have a house party, live show, but with performers. A house would be better so we could really, perform, smoke freely,
Yeah.
a room. And I got my LLC for my podcast now, so it is a legit business entity, and
Nice.
so I'm looking into getting a venue and like doing that side of the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll have to talk behind the scenes, because I got a lot of people tell me they can, I got dude's number as well, and I got a couple of people that it's like, oh, I know him. I could, but it's like, I got to get to, we just got to get to the source and put the money up and really, but anyway, I would like to do, and we talked about this before, but if we could rent that venue, I want to basically host it. I'll be like the host, Harry Too Scary, Harris is Drinking Again. We'll have a lineup of artists, a DJ, obviously, figure out the door, the bar.
Yeah.
We'll make some dope thumbnails, some promotional material. I'll invest in that. Really, and then really promote it. Probably 3 to 6 months out, and just have a dope night, Friday night or a Saturday night.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. I'm down with it.
Possibly, for artists, if you have merch, whatever, like bring. I don't know if
Bring it all.
Yeah, we could rent booths, whatever, set up booths for the artist.
Cool.
And we've been having a couple comedians on the show. Maybe I might bring somebody from Salt Lake and like a co-host, do some kind of like comedy.
Set up a legit event.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And then get wild with it, man. Maybe have like a wet t-shirt contest or a Jello wrestling,
something.
Or, you know what I mean? And really put on for the town, bro.
Yeah.
But again, because we're business, we're brands. So in the name of us, man, Harris is Drinking Again, Pit, like rep your shit night,
Yes, sir.
And everything.
That's how we're gonna do it, man.
Yeah.
All the time.
So that would be, and I'm gonna keep speaking about this shit and bringing it into existence.
Yeah. That's how things happen, man.
Yeah.
You gotta live it, breathe it, become it.
Yeah. And I got this vision, man. I got this shit, man. It's like, now I got this business, bro. Like if we, we gotta we gotta put, I'm ready to put some money behind it for real.
Yeah.
And
it's time.
Yeah, man. I think that'd be fucking awesome.
It's the way to do it.
Man. Banners for everybody.
Yeah.
Sign
them. Bum.
Yeah. Make us big, like have a little VIP, whatever. Like really do it. And like I'd be looking around too, and I'm hell, I got my cousin Philip, man. Shout out to Phil.
There we go.
He he does that like security for the military stuff, and I'd be talking to him like, bro, you could be you could start your business and like through that, you just like make a strategy, keep the artists safe, keep the people safe, and like really go 360 with this shit.
Yeah. There's a bunch of business and security. That's one of the jobs that I've used to work in, and there's always demand in that, especially armed guards, everything. It's pretty good paying job.
with all the rappers dying, man. Do you pay attention to that? You know, the takeoff, all these rappers dying. Are you up on the like the urban?
Uh, the ones I pay attention more to the old folk, like Coolio, stuff like that. But I don't know. It's a big topic because a lot of these people they're just with the wrong crowds at the wrong time, and it's you're with the wrong people at the wrong time. The wrong things happen, as I've been told. So that's been the case since Pac. He was with the wrong crowd, wrong people, wrong time, and look what happened to him. So, and there's another saying: history just repeats itself. How many more times is it going to repeat itself in order for people to finally start taking it serious that they got to have bodyguards around with them because they're a person of importance now and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Um, let's talk about this for a minute. Windover, being a small shout out 775.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
City and the real street shit taking place. I myself, like, I'm glad I live in Utah and stuff too, where it's just chill out here. You know, it's not there's some stuff going on, but if you're not a part of it, it's very safe and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, Windover has this small town mentality. You know, it's street. You know, it's for a small town. It goes down, and but there's this big movement of stop the violence, man. It's not about that gang. Let's start uplifting our communities.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of artists you think with that mentality in there now, or is it still on the old times, like fuck you, gang?
Well, from my personal standpoint, it's always been about love. It's always been about supporting one another, stuff like that. But I will say some people around my town, yeah, they're salty. They're envious. They don't see two and two equaling four, you know? They just see one plus zero equaling one. And you don't make moves that way. You gotta be a team. You gotta be willing to work. And I'm just glad, like, recently the people that I've been willing to work with, it's all been a vibe, and I've been able to make a good project because of it.
Yeah. Um, you think? Yeah. Okay. And that's good, man, because we need that more support. You see, like Atlanta's winning. I mean, like,
Yeah,
as far as at least collaborating with other artists and stuff.
that's how you do it.
Being an older guy now, um, hell, I can call myself an OG from that town.
There we go.
Um, I'm on the side of the OGs, man. Like, but I know the young generation has to go through it. You can never tell them,
Oh, of course.
but I think it's still a duty somewhat to like we have artists on here from Salt Lake, Chino and Daigo and them, and they were on here
Yeah.
too talking about they know what comes with the message in their music. So I
Yeah.
guess as long as you know it, you're willing to accept what happens. But I do hope the narrative starts to change a little bit and people kind of like make their own style and bring their own light and positivity to the track instead of just going off of the same old, because I get tired sometimes of like hearing like rhyming bitch with my dick and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's certain energies. That's why when I do listen to that, I just listen to all the old rappers that have already said it, like Lynch and Sibo,
Exactly.
all the old school stuff, the Chronic, because it's like, all right, I just listen to that. But sometimes when I hear the new guys, man, I'm like, damn, we gotta change our frequency, man.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of this new rap, man, I can't even listen to it. That's why I still stick to lot of the a lot of the music that gives me feelings of enjoyment, of fulfillment. It doesn't matter what year it was or what happened. I'll listen to it. You know, it's what makes me happy, and I feel like that's why it helps me create such great music.
Right. That's a dope shit. What's the response like of your family, immediate family? Does your mom's dad, people know? You know, they
My mom's has always been supportive. She knows that it's something I really want to pursue, maybe in the future. And my dad's is really old school, so rap's a no go. You know, so it's a weird balance, I guess. But now that I'm older, he has no say in it. So
yeah,
he's just gonna let me do what I'm gonna do because at the end of the day, my dad, when he was growing up, he was in a band too, and nobody could tell him anything, even though it was a Mexican band and it was like the old lovey-dovey Mexican jams and stuff like that. He lived it too, so I guess that's why he doesn't really say much when it comes to it
right. Yeah, he
because
understands.
he understands it
You're a man. You got to find your way.
exactly.
Yeah. And remind me, you have children of your own?
Yeah, I have a daughter. She's 6 years old.
Okay, yeah. I got a
Yeah.
young one too. Yeah, and that changes the game a lot, man.
Yeah, substantially. Because now it's not just about you; it's about providing for you and your family.
Before I even like, we started this January 6th, man, my first upload, and
Yeah.
but before I went in on this, I was like, damn, I gotta really think about it because it's gonna affect my kid too. Maybe, you know, that's why I don't like to, you know, I don't talk, you know, bring up the kids too much, names, all this.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, you can hide it from them for so long, but if we continue to do this and we get a buzz and this and that, man, they're going to be going to junior high like, oh, I heard what your dad said on Harris to Drink It again last night. You know,
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's they're gonna live life and recognize what you did, but at the same time, it's all to put food on the table. It's all to be respectful and go somewhere in the future with it. You know.
yeah. So it's November right now. West Windover. What's the events like schedule wise? I mean, Windover in the wintertime. I know there's Dear Widows weekend that just passed a little bit ago. Is there
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago.
wintertime? It's pretty light and mild, huh? No car shows, nothing. I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah, actually, here in Wendover, it starts picking up again during tax period.
Okay.
So right now, mainly it's the main rush is going to be New Year's and sometimes Christmas. Christmas is hit or miss, but Thanksgiving there's always a lot of people here in Wendover too. So,
Yeah,
but right now it's slow season Wendover. You know.
yeah. All right, maybe even doing. I'm thinking about what are you doing for New Year's Eve? You think if I did a New Year's Eve show, you could man, you get the crew and everybody, and you guys could tap in. I'm thinking about doing like a New Year's Eve special
If you do it, I can get them all in. You already know that.
because I think that'd be sick. Ray will be in Reno. We're thinking about starting around 9, 8, whatever his time.
Yeah.
And then carrying it in on when Utah time, and then staying on live, and then bringing in the Pacific time.
Yeah.
And bringing in the New Year's and shit, doing a live.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Cypher, like a super dope show. Like I'm gonna send I'm gonna send the link to every motherfucker that's been on the whole year, and just like try to get like 6-8 motherfuckers on the screen, like madness.
That'd be tight. That'd be tight.
And just be like, yo, what you drinking? Boo boo.
Yeah.
So,
New Year's style.
yeah,
Doing
man.
it right.
And that's the beauty of having a platform now, man. Is like we could do shit like that.
Yeah. And people love that shit.
Yeah, man. Just like and just use it as a way, as a catalyst to like
Catapult.
Yeah, get shit off, man.
Yep.
Fucking promote things like that. Let's see what else we got. What's the next song that you would like me to play off the album? What's your
Let's see. The next song I want you to play is I'm gonna say The Finer Things.
Which one?
It's gonna be number 4, The Finer Things. You gotta get it. It's heat, people. Y'all missing out.
Right.
Hit me up on the Pits room.
And what's your Instagram as well for the folks out there?
I just have Facebook right now, and it's gonna be www.facebook.com/p.i.t2022. I also have a SoundCloud that you can reach me at. It's www.soundcloud.com/pitsroom.
Okay, SoundCloud/pitsroom. I'll put that in the. I didn't even do a thumbnail for tonight, man. I was slacking.
You're good, man. On the back of my track list, it's actually on the bottom right corner. It makes things easy for everybody.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back this week. I'm looking forward to I got another 4 days off this week. I'm off Thanksgiving, but
there we go.
Looking forward to knocking out my weekend, coming home, and like got a lot of shit to do. I got a lot of now that I got this scheduling app, it's cool because it helps me keep in shit, but I'm like, fuck, okay, this is like, it's really a business now.
Yeah.
I really like the responding. I'm trying to be on top of my response time and like, sending out emails, what I'm saying, confirmations and shit, but it's cool, man. It's a growing process, but I'm in it.
Yeah, that's how I felt sending my mixtapes out. Everybody has to give me shipping addresses. Everybody has to give me payments. It's a business, man. It's growing.
Hell yeah. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It's liberating.
Yeah.
Up here. Finer Things.
Exactly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Finer Things.
Let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Benton.
Thank you, and fuck you.
There's no ifs, no ands, no buts, no whys and hows. There's a left on the rampage.
What to say? What?
This is another smooth track to roll up and light up to. Now don't pass boo for this, the Mac. I like the fine things. Now don't pass boo for this, the Mac. I like the finer things. Now don't pass boo for this, the Mac. I like the finer things. Now don't pass boo for this, the Mac. I like the finer things. I said it, P.I.T and the blue one. I like the finer things. Hear you talking shit, best stay in the lane. I'm here to bring the pain, so just bring the flame. Said it's so nasty that I have no shame, so just pass the gin. Don't pass me my flame, cause if you pass some bug, then that is some waste. I want that close to face. Hate you with the bass. The laughter and satisfaction on this track got me like, haha. Now don't pass boo for this, the Mac. I like the finer things. Now don't pass boo for this, the Mac. I like the finer things. I said it's P.I.T and I'm stacking my change. Legendary flow in the Hall of Fame. Number one in rap, best remember the name, and I can't trust the lame. I love the finer things. Show up late, haters gonna hate. Pull up with that, let me demonstrate. So it's time for me to create. I can't articulate, I only devastate. After pulling up to the 3-point and hitting the switch line. Don't pass both for this and that. I like the finer things. Now
I like that ride.
This and that.
Yes, sir.
I said it's P.I.T with the beat that bang. Flow so saucy with some nuts that hang. Born in 94 while I steady maintain. No, I ain't no lame. I love the finer things. Mind went blank when I'm stacking that cake. Felt the earthquake, made the floor done shake. Nasty with the flow, I do not hesitate. I will retaliate, end up in the lake. Had to spit this flow like it is my fate. knocking fools out like that Paul that Jake. Don't believe it, name, let me demonstrate to commemorate. I love the finer. I don't pass boo for this and Mac. I like the finer things, the finer things. Now don't pass boo for this and Mac. I like the finer things, the finer things. Now don't pass boo for this and Mac. I like the finer things, the finer things. Now don't pass boo for this and Mac. I like the finer things, the finer things.
Saucy. Saucy.
Yeah, man. I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Like your song structure too. You know, you got some. You can tell you took your time writing the lyrics, getting your sequencing down. Good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that. It didn't. I got like an Ice Cube almost feel on the.
I was going for a West Side kind of vibe actually. That's what I was going for.
I don't know if it's because I got the purple vibe. You got the purple cookie shirt, but I like the War and Peace album. But like there's a couple tracks on there where it has that vibe. Can't think of that's one of my favorite fucking albums of all time though. Shout out Cube, O'Shea Jackson.
Cube.
What are some of your give us a list of your your bucket list. What rappers, man? So let's say I came to you with the budget, an unlimited budget, and I said, Pitt, man, for your upcoming 2023 mixtape, to give me 5 artists, man, you want on this project, bro.
DJ Quick, Burner, Be Real, ODM, and if time, SPM. That would be the number one. That would solidify everything.
Dope. Hell yeah, we definitely got that in common. Let's talk about, you know what, bro? This is a great point. And let's talk about SPM for a minute.
Let's go.
Let's talk about him for a minute.
Yeah.
We're bringing on I think we got Fabian from the Ignorance is Bliss here in about 30 minutes, but I want to bring you back on, dude. I want to do an SPM show.
Okay.
Because apparently, I mean, it looks like he's might be getting out in the next year or two. He's up for parole.
Yeah, he's hit parole. Yeah.
And I pay attention to the bullshit on the internet.
Yeah, you could follow his sister online, the son of Norma.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be posting up all his stuff, letting us know what's going on.
Dope shit. Now, lately, have you been paying attention to the Capone SPM beef going back and forth online?
I have, but to me, it's clout. That's all that is.
Yeah,
I can tell when it's clout and when it's real. That's just clout.
Yeah, clout at its absolute finest.
Exactly.
Now, being a media content creator, I have to participate in the clout a little bit as well. I don't hide
exactly.
I don't hide that fact. I'll fucking clout chase with the best of them. I'll do some bullshit on this show. Not hardcore. I keep a base, but you gotta participate in it. But being an SPM fan, bro, an SPM supporter, I've made that clear since day one. They're trying to act like his charges are new and everything. The motherfucker's been locked up since 01. For child forget the actual term, but the child charges on a 9-year-old girl, the whole thing about
with no evidence.
You impregnated an underage stripper, and
that the strip club knew she was underage but let her keep working there.
Right.
So it's like
now
it's a big.
Now there's this. I might want to clout chase even further, bro. You know what I want to do? I want to play a little bit of this video.
Hit me with it.
And this is a cat. This is a cat called Lazy Dub. I just found out about him, but I gotta get Mexican people up in on this, man, because bro, West Windover got love for the SP Mex, bro, and that's just
yes, sir.
And honestly, you know, because I left a comment on one of these videos the other day, and it was like some dude's like, so I was like, man, SPM for life, and it was like, so you're saying Chomo for life? And I was like,
hater. He's just a hater, bro.
Here we go. I said, bro, I fucks with R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, Elite Pudding. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I just want TP2.com.
I appreciate their art.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, and the messed up thing is, it's so embedded in our DNA and our brains that you can't tell me now. Like, when I still listen to the SP, bro, I'm not thinking of the heinous bullshit that he did. And if he did that, he's there. I can't change that. You know what I mean? But like that's the thing about the music, man. You put that out art in the universe, bro. You cannot change that. Like that's gonna have an effect on somebody when they hear it. It doesn't, you know?
Yeah, it's solidified in space and time. That's why one of my favorite quotes is, life is temporary, music is forever.
Now, I'm going to play, this is some bullshit. This dude's barking to SPM on the phone from prison, of course. And I
think the ghost fucked my husband.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, that's a way to fucking, wow, YouTube.
Yo,
there's fucking kids listening. No, there shouldn't be kids listening to my specific podcast, but wow,
that was interesting.
That was a drop in the
yeah.
But I just want to kind of skim through this and then kind of break it down, because I want to have a dialogue, because I want to also like learn, bro. Because I honestly, bro, I don't like grown men barking at each other on social media, even though it's for the views and stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
We have to be able to take it back to the days, bro, because the babies are still going to be watching, bro, no matter what.
Yeah.
But here's Lazy Dub. This dude, Lazy Dub, I don't know what he does, but apparently, see, this is Capone's channel. Apparently, Capone had Carolyn Rodriguez on, who's SPM's ex-wife, and he's doing some fuck shit. But here we go.
Not everybody that gets convicted.
Shout out SP, man. Dope house.
Motherfucking girl, and you're convicted of that shit, bro.
I'd rather blow my brains out than touch a child.
Yeah, then why the fuck you convicted of that shit, bro? Why were you touching a little 15-year-old girl when you were 22? Why were you touching a little girl when you were 22, bro?
I can hear him.
The girl lied about her age, my nigga. And
Nah. You frequented that club. And you knew what kind of activities were going on, bro. You knew what kind of activities were going on in that club. So don't even pull that bullshit. You were picking her up at the motherfucking junior high, bro. You know what's up, doggy.
That's what you're reading on the internet.
No, that's what tell me I'm wrong. Tell me it's wrong.
I'm just gonna.
And he continues.
I run Texas.
No, you don't. You fucking bullshit. Hey, bro, you do not. You don't. You're on PC, bro. You're in PC, bro. How you gonna run Texas? I was in the feds, my boy. I know who runs Texas, my boy.
I did 5 years in the worst prison.
Bro, you were in PC, bro. 100.
How can you tell me what I know? You're misunderstood.
You're a convicted child molester. Tell me, are you not a convicted child molester?
Now, I mean, yes, he is. Obviously, he's in there for it. Now, SP says he was wrong. He maintains his innocence, maintains his, you know. But at the end of the day, yes, you know, all this shit is like, yeah.
There's a lot of men.
Are you not a convicted child molester? Are you not a convicted child molester?
Like not giving a fuck about impregnating a little girl. How stupid would that be, nigga?
But you did. I ain't no nigga, fool.
And this one right here, where they get into the whole Mexican using the N-word, we can go into this too.
But you did. I ain't no nigga, fool. And ain't you Mexican? Ain't you Mexican?
Yeah, that's talking in H-Town.
Is that right?
That's how we talk at H-Town.
Well, you the South Park molester, right?
That's how we do it.
You the South Park molester.
What the fuck would I be doing, man? How stupid would I have to be finishing inside of a child, nigga? Not giving a fuck if a child gets
So then why did you do this shit?
Of course I believe you.
Hey, you little fuck boy. Hey, you little fuck boy. Hey, you a motherfucking pedophile. You're a pedophile that's a manipulator, right? So you manipulate her and whatever the other little girls. Hey, bro, hey, it's tripped out how that other little bitch look like she's 15 too.
For 7 years.
For 7 years what? For 7 years what?
I was with her for 7 years. Yeah,
So you love her, but you with this other little bitch that looks 15.
And he continues
Anybody
here.
that's convicted in prison that went through some fucked up shit.
The thing is, check this out, my boy. You specifically, you got a history. You got a history. You got a history. You got a history of touching little kids, bro. From the 15-year-old girl down to the 9-year-old girl. You got a history of touching little kids.
No, it's not true, bro. And when
no, it is true. You ain't running shit. Hey, come to the city and run that shit then. Come to the city and run that shit.
You say the PC.
I understand how you feel. I don't got nothing against you.
Well, I got something against you. Hey, quit putting Carolyn's name in your mouth, bro, because you're threatening the female. Hey, this is between me and you. This is.
And it continues to go on here, but and then SP just kind of says, "All right, man, I'm out." But based on those little tidbits, that's the common theme in the in the community, right? You got the people that feel like that. Like, I don't fuck with you. And I get it, the prison rules and all that.
Yeah, well, Carolyn's not right either, because she was over here selling weed out the dope house bus and making SPM's family look bad too. So who's right and wrong at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Man's is trying to run a legitimate business, and she's over here putting a bad name in his kid's mouth and stuff like that. That's not cool, So like, I agree. There's two sides to every story. Okay, this man wants to do what he wants to do and harass him or whatever, but the man's done his time, and I feel like with no evidence, how are you gonna? I've read the court trial top to bottom, and a lot of people just want to go off of what people say versus reading the actual facts, the document, the court case, going deeper than what it is.
Yeah. And I've apparently the girl has recanted her statement. I haven't seen that one, but SPM has stated that numerous times that she's actually since then said, yeah, it was like they told me or something. But
well, a lot of people don't know the 9-year-old girl, SPM had an affair with her mom.
Yeah.
And then the mom tried to do a $20,000 bribe. Otherwise, I'm going to turn you in to the feds. So, and SPM was like, I'm not paying you 20 racks. So because of that, this man has to spend 20 years. Yeah. That's not right.
Yeah, the case is tricky. I hope he gets free, because we need and it's no doubt, right? Like, if you want to get a little conspiratorial, the power that he had at the beginning when Universal signed, and he got all those millions from his distribution deal with Universal. A lot of people say he was going to be like the Mexican Tupac or whatever. He had that energy to where he was already breaking in barriers like MTV and platinum albums. He would have been that force, bro. You know what I mean? That De La Hoya, the Mayweather for the people, the whoever
he could have been so much more. And I feel when he comes out, the force isn't going to be stopped, because he's been 20 years in there. So if he's been doing his time, I'm pretty sure he's been writing some rhymes in there, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be heat, so I'm excited.
No, he's I'd be supporting all the albums that he does drop from prison. I think I could play this one without getting in trouble, bro, because he just dropped a new one, and I think I could actually play this without.
When he raps off the phone, right?
Yeah, the Halloween.
Yeah, that's heat. That's heat right there.
Super heat, and it's dope because this was I believe like a response to that phone call, or at least people like him. He just talks about the haters yapping, but it pretty much sounds like it's to Lazy Dub. So let's drop this one, man. Live on the channel, man. Do not
Brother Ray G joined.
I do not own. Shout out, brother Ray G. I do not own this content here. But we'll let Ray G get settled in as we drop this SPM freestyle. Go subscribe to SPM TV.
Yes, sir.
One time.
Let's go.
It's your boy SP.
Turn the lights off.
In the place to be. Graduated crack university. Hey, from my player race. All my people in this bitch putting it down for the D house.
I'll throw the hood off.
One time, baby. Hey. The Mexicans a legend in this hardest game. I've been in it for a minute trying to dodge the flame. In the free I made money, but I didn't make good. What people trying to kill you cause they wish they could. Wreck a mic, hit a hold it, look like Miss Texas. But really you should think about why this message sound like a melancholy song. My pencil scribbled on the back of a letter my ex wrote. Scrap paper that I use, crumble and throw away. Trying to get me murked, couldn't think of a colder day. Still a nigga smile cause the power I'm blessed with. So many times haters came with they bad shit and never understand how it's built in my army. You give me your time, bro. You give me your heartbeat, so I don't hate you. Really, I thank you. Step in my face, though, and nothing can save you. Focus your anger on a positive note, cause playing with the S gets you shot in the throat. And I'm talking to low. This ain't an anonymous quote. You know you fucking haters, you just part of the joke. But think about this, since I found your ears. Just try to imagine in 1,000 years, the whole world will still jam loads the same, while your own grandkids won't even know your name. Silly nigga.
Yes, sir.
Silly nigga.
The SP Maxi.
Bro. Man, that shit right there, man. But yeah, man, I don't know. Free the Mex, but I would like to come back, right? Do another, go really in depth, right? Talk
yes,
about the case. Let's pull up screen, pull up the screen, pull up the files, the case files, and then maybe tag some people, right? Get like an SPM panel up on the fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Shit would be fire.
Yeah, that shit would be fire.
And yeah, kind of clouding, but like really trying to have a dope perspective, bro. Because we need to talk about these child sex traffickers and people in the community, bro.
Yeah,
I have to look at it like, I mean, damn. Yeah, of course we don't support that, but I can't help the way the music make me feel, man. When I listen to fucking Riddler on the Roof.
It's such a weird perspective because, like, yeah, R. Kelly gets canceled, but Michael Jackson could be played relentlessly, even though a lot of evidence is there and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's a really, really big black and white area, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, all right, brother. Before we wrap up,
joined.
Give us any sort of last minute updates or any sort of promote, and then of course we'll leave on a positivity note for the P.I.T.
All I gotta say is I appreciate the love and support that everybody's given me for my mixtape so far, and I feel like this is just the beginning. I still got a bunch of copies left. I need to push them, people. It's heat, it's fire. Hit me up on the Pits Room. Hit me up on the SoundCloud. They'll move quick. I sign them. I write them to your name, so you can see. When I grow famous, you're gonna go famous with me, man. That's what it is. It's all love at the end of the day. It's love, support. I try hard at this shit, and I'm putting my heart and soul into everything I do. So I appreciate just the grind, the effort, the work, everything that goes into all of this. And I appreciate Harris for having me on, because without Harris, this wouldn't be possible.
All right. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for making it possible for me too, man. Without the engagement, this show wouldn't be, what it was also, man. Thank you to everybody, bro. And I'm just trying to grow this, and because I'm so motivated, you want to give maybe
What was it?
Freestyle in me. Or we,
A freestyle? Hit you with one before we go.
Is this beat all right? Haven't done a Thursday night flow in a minute.
Let's do acapella. I'm gonna hit you with the acapella right now.
Ooh, acapella. Okay.
Acapella.
Oh, okay. Big man. Shit. Goddamn.
It says. All right, so here it goes. It's time to laugh, live it up, have a good time. Could you count on me? Would you rely? I want to make it great on the mic. How have you failed when you haven't even tried? Realize people will hate, despise. Love causes heartbreak with the lies. I want to make it big. I'm talking supersize. Have it made for the rest of my life. I'm in a tunnel. At the end, there's a light filled with greatness, and it's burning bright. I'm killing this track, homicide, and I'm never going to stop until I die. I'm feeling great. Even as a heavyweight, always feeling fly, levitate, commemorate the lyrics that I'm about to say. Unlimited ammo, automatic spray, day by day, steady stacking up cash, saying raps rapidly, somewhat fast. People are always so quick to judge and criticize when they can't see what's going on in their own lives. But it's okay, I'll deny, I'll be fine. I got 20/20 vision, so I'm never blind. I never sign, I always try to represent West Wendover, where I was racist in a sense. Let me tell you what the difference is. Turn into a man from a little kid. Well, I guess here it is. Let me tell you what my business is. What's up? It's P.I.T. I represent Dub City. Here to unleash pain. So you remember my name. I want everyone to respect me and Dutch legendary and glory. I got one mission in life solely for people across the globe to know me. I've grown up in my town dealing around with the phony. Stood up, they back down, making history slowly. People might know me for my voice only, but truth is I'm a rise to fame and make my own story. Everybody in this place get naughty. If you're a silent person, man, I'm sorry. Enough about me, it's time to party. Come on, everybody, get drunk. Let's live it up. Let's raise our cups and party it up. Come on, everybody, get drunk. Let's live it up. Let's raise our cups and party. Yeah, it's time to laugh, live it up, have a good time. Could you count on me? Would you rely? I want to make it great on the mic. How have you failed when you haven't even tried? Realize people will hate, despise. Love causes heartbreak with the lies. I want to make it big. I'm talking supersize. Have it made for the rest of my life. I'm in a tunnel. At the end, there's a light filled with greatness, and it's burning bright. And that's it, homie. That's what I got.
All right. Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
You, bro. We gotta bring some
appreciate you.
And thank you for your support. And
that's all love.
In the back end this week, man.
Yeah, let me know what's Gucci. You already know.
All right, Pitts Room, Facebook, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Show me love. West Side.
West. All right, salute, man. All right. Dopeness. Now, as the Harris to Drinkin Again podcast continues, coming to the stage, this man here, the co-host, Talk Teach True. G with a place to be. Once again, in university, sitting here with the guest in the studio. Once again, man, we froze, we chose it, everything again, you know it. I move you guys huddled up, looking cozy. We show you, talking, yes.
Did I make you stop? Did I make you holler? Trying to get around to Ray G. That's my boy. And on my right is my boy, Ty Thomas. But you know what? To fire up like that. You know what I'm saying? Nevada Harris. Yeah. What's good, baby? What's good, man? Sorry I'm late. Came from Bible study. And I'm here.
Hey, man.
And I'm with my roommate, Ty. Say what's up, Ty?
How's it going?
What is up, Ty, brother? Let me see. Hold on. I got you over here. I'm gonna kick this one out.
Yeah.
On the same screen.
What we need. How we gonna look good on this one right here? Am I adjusting the light?
Well, you got a second camera set up. Because there's some echo in that one.
Oh, you know what? I think it could be because it could be Ty's phone. But
try it again, and then we'll.
What? What do you mean? You want me to go back into the again?
Well, no, actually, no. It's fine. If you guys are good like this, I'm good.
You good like this? You can hear?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. You know what? Hold on 1 second here. Because he probably won't be. He won't be. Hold on.
Well, just try to log.
Okay, maybe he can hear me. Like, can you hear him like this? It's good.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, well, I'll just do this. I'll just have my headphones.
Okay.
You know, so
yeah,
it's a little chilly, nippy in the garage. So I got my beanie on, but you know what's up. You know. So
yeah, it should be good.
It is winter.
We got Fabian, the main guest. How does echo in the back though? Is it playing somewhere? Like turn it down.
No, we're in my garage. It's solid. You know. Wait, hold on. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me just check my phone. Nope, my phone is not. It's not on.
Okay, no phones.
Maybe it's just a connection though.
All right. Yeah, we got Fabian of the Ignorance is Strength podcast. Oh no, there's something. Is your phone still on, or something? Or
my headphones?
Ty's phone, or there's like a.
I don't think so.
No, it's not on your.
I don't know.
The podcast.
There's no. Both of our phones are not on.
Okay. Not a freestyle, but cool. Yes. That's for sure. Yeah, I hear crazy echo though. I don't know. Maybe try click the link again on your phone. And then
okay, we'll try that.
There's something going on. And because when Fabian comes on, we gotta make sure he's loud and clear. Sorry for that, man. Shout out to Joey Sims, man. Fuck the 49ers. That's right, man. Punk ass motherfucking weak ass 49ers, man. Yeah, I didn't see that chat. That was like it was a free written. He got away with that one, huh? And let's see. 15 minutes, Fabian. I'm gonna send. All right, man. I emailed the link. Okay. See you in 15. All right, let's see if that one. Yeah, still echo.
Try that.
Echo.
How about that? Is that still got echo?
Charlie echo.
Huh?
Oh, that one's gonna be even worse.
Yeah, it's because
Okay, how about that?
Yo.
That worse?
Test.
Oh no, that's your phone.
No, it was echoing through my phone, but now it stopped.
Okay, hold on.
It's something with Ray's
cheap ass microphone.
I don't know. We got to get it right for our guests.
Gift, all right. From Walmart.
Intermission, guys. Roll up your weed. Ray in his unexpected.
We got it. We made it how we packing it. So you know what? It's up to my boy Ty to pack another one.
Ray, holding up the show with his technical difficulties.
How come you got Ty's camera, but you don't got my camera on, man?
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out the echo though.
Yeah.
Yo.
There we go. Okay. The echo's still on though?
Yeah. Damn. Maybe just set his phone up. Sounds good though.
Okay.
Because there's like, damn. Yeah, this one sounds perfect. Like normal. But can you still hear in your headphones and shit?
I saw it on my headphones, yeah, but I don't see my on the screen, man. I feel discriminated. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you. Yeah. That's cool. Actually, you know what? Ty, put it this way.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Yeah. Right there. Oh shoot. Oh damn.
Hey.
Now you can do it sideways. Will it work sideways?
No, you going. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better at least, man.
Oh wait.
Oh, different.
I get close a little bit. Yeah. see. I can get the other chair too. Hold on. I can get the chair without the arm. Yeah, we got these chairs for free, bro.
All right. Let me let them get situated real fast. Sorry for the interruptions, y'all. Try to keep the show flowing. We got Fabian of the Ignorance is Strength podcast coming on here soon. 15 minutes at the 9:30 hour. I think, matter of fact, I'm going to use this time to refill my cup. And we will be back in about 1 minute on the Harry's Drinking Again podcast. It goes up. Coming through and smoking on the sage, best behave. Thursday night, yes, I'm getting played, I'm getting laid. Once again, Harris, I'm drinking all up in the shade with the lemonade and vodka, maybe whiskey. I might top you. She come through and she might slap you. Here we go again. Once again, we got some ends we gotta spin. Get up in the show, baby, in the podcast for show, making network connections. Once again, listen, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Freestyle flow on a Thursday night, bro. Up in the building, all right. Let's get back up in the motherfucking house. Harris Drinking Again podcast intermission break. I had to refill my cup. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. We're trying to get a sponsor here, man. Top of the year. Salute to everybody. You know, we got the Brother Ray G and a guest here. All right. We got everything working here?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Fabian will be on here in a minute. The main guest of the night, hosts his own podcast, Ignorance is Strength. And we're going to talk about...
Man, let's see. Maybe we need to back up the camera a little bit. Hold on.
Once Fabian's on the screen, I can adjust it more. So
Wait, hold on. You know what it is? I'm going to like further the screen. It's okay, man. We'll figure this out. It's no problem. Boom. How's that?
Perfect. All right. Either way, let's
Bam.
Let's fucking roll. Anyway, man. So introduce your guests, your unexpected guests, guys. I don't know who this gentleman is, but go ahead and break down this man before the main guest comes on, so we can get the introductions and icebreaker out of the way here.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name's Ty Thomas.
Salute, brother.
Yeah, I just got into an accident about 2 years ago.
Okay, Ray said you're a paraplegic. Is that?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm
a quad.
They call it quad.
Quad. Okay, now for someone like myself who does not understand what is the difference in this?
Quadriplegic is from here, from like your chest pretty much down is paralyzed, and a pair is from, I believe, your hips down.
Okay. Oh, so quadri is even worse.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, brother. 2 years ago, was this like a drunk driving thing, or how did this
Yeah,
occur?
pretty much.
Really?
I was out, me and my friend are out drinking and stuff, and they were driving and decided to race somebody, and then we hit over a train track to the bumps, and then it slid us sideways, and we ran into the bus station.
Oh wow! And you were the one drinking. Anthony Robles. Salute. Pitt was already on. He was the guest at the top of the hour. But salute, man. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man, on your way out, man, and stay tuned for the P.I.T clips coming on the channel this week. We got a lot of Pitt content dropping. But you were the one drinking as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we were the one driving too.
No,
Oh,
we were all drinking, but I was a passenger, and then it hit the bus. The car hit the bus on my side.
The car hit the. Now, were you on the front passenger or on the rear passenger seat?
Front.
You're on the front. Oh, so you were basically riding bitch.
Yep.
Damn.
I didn't have my seatbelt on.
And you didn't have your seatbelt on. Damn, you were actually wow.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know what to say. That's right.
That's what you're riding on the right. Yeah, right. That's what it is. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I was getting pretty wild at that time in my life, so I think it was a kind of somebody telling me to calm down.
Did this happen in Reno, Nevada?
Yep.
They still got the good old. Oh, you were okay. Battle born, man. I need to get a chant every time someone comes on. We need to get like hold on. This is the it's a Battleborn chant.
Hey Ty, I mean, this is gonna be a little. Did everyone survive? Or?
Yeah.
Everyone survived.
Yeah. I mean, my cousin only got like a broken arm and something happened with his leg, and my best friend just broke his arm and like busted his face.
Wait, so who are you related to the driver? Like, who's in the car? If you could.
It was my cousin.
Your cousin that was driving the car?
No, my friend Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. Oh, Dylan. Okay. So Dylan was driving the car. You're riding the passenger front side, and on the back is your cousins.
Yeah.
Was that 3 people or 2?
No, it was just one.
Oh, just
cousin.
one.
Yeah.
Also, there's the 3 of you, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of car was it?
A Scion. One of those little.
A Scion?
Like not the box car, but like one of the.
The sport. My son had one. You know what's interesting? My son's name is Dylan, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you know what happened? He bought that car from his friend, and his other friend crashed it, and we never really got to drive the car, but it was a Scion, dude. Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. That's crazy. Wow. Interesting. You said 2 years ago?
No.
How?
This was about, I think,
2000.
3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago it happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why I had to have Ty here, because him and I have been kicking. I've been staying here at the they call it the Moana House in Reno when I transitioned here from Hawaii. And you know, you live with people and you got to get along with them. And Ty, you know, he hooked me with this, man. Yeah, him. He hooked me with this, and I like this. We relate to each other with this, just like you and I relate with this, Harris.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I said, man, I couldn't even tell you how much respect I have for you, brother. I mean, strong will, bro.
It's all right.
Yeah.
And
that's why he's on Harris's drinking again.
But you were the one driving, or not? You were in the passenger.
No, he wasn't.
No, I was the passenger.
Yeah, the passenger.
Everybody.
And there's 3 of them in the car in a Scion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of the sports.
One of those sports
sign-ons.
sign-ons. Not the cube or box looking one. I like those. My uncle had one of those. X3 or something like that. This was the S something Scion, yeah.
Let's see. We send a link to Fabian here.
Anyways, are we what time are we having Fabian on?
He's logging in right now.
He's logging in right now. So anyways, I just wanted to introduce my one of my roommates here, living in this cool house over here. And so Ty Thomas, he's I guess I'm learning the term quad.
Fabian Ojeda joined.
There we go. You hit the camera, Ray. But
it's an alarm.
Oh, an alarm.
All right.
Oops.
But yeah, Fabian, our guest of the night is here, and so yeah, we're gonna interact with him and
yeah,
have some good dialogue, etc. Are you gonna be here for the most of the night with this Ty?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, can.
If I hire.
Oops. Oh shoot! What happened? No.
I usually don't like.
And if anything, he needs whatever. Yeah.
I usually don't like people piggybacking off the guests, but we'll make this one time exception, Ty, I guess, since Ray,
Yeah, man.
Well, if you want me to leave, I'll go.
No, we're good here. I'm gonna kick you out for 1 second though, Ray. Oh, what's going on with the camera though? Oh, okay, hold on. Anyway, let me get the main guest here. Hold on 1 second, Ray. I'm gonna kick you out. You're still in on there now. Coming to the stage, this man here hosts his own podcast called Ignorance is Strength. And we're going to get more into this man here and set up. Shout out to Steve. Fabian Ojeda.
All right. Thank you all for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Everyone's doing good tonight. Ready to shoot the shit on here.
Oh, man, I'm doing good, brother. I don't know what's going on with my co-host over there. Give him 1 second to get his camera there, man. Sorry, brother.
No problem.
But anyway, my man, how you doing? Welcome to the Harris is Drinking Again podcast.
Mm-hmm. I'm captivated by that. The name of the podcast there.
Well, thank you, man. It's a lot of people are they're like now. Oddly enough, I mean, I do drink on the show. I'm sipping shout out New Amsterdam, a little dirty martini on the rocks. But and other than these 2 glasses here at the bottom, it's because I plan to. We talk a lot about personal growth on this channel, and also, dealing with our demons, vices, and shit. And so I do plan to maybe one day flip it, and it could be Harris is drinking water, Harris is drinking wheatgrass, fruit smoothies, So there's never no end to that.
All right.
But this was and I can't wait to join your show. I did listen to a little bit of the Wade Williamson interview that you did recently. And most of these interviews, because of the behind the scenes stuff, I'm not doing as much research on the guest as I should, but I love to just freestyle it, get to know you, shoot the shit, and go from there. But if you would start with us, just tell us a little bit about your podcast, brother, and where you're from, a rundown of you.
Absolutely. I think we have kind of a similar concept there. You mentioned shooting the shit and just getting to know people on the fly. That's really my style as well. I think I do minimal research as well. I'm like, give me the gist of it, right? Give me the bullet points. I want to know what they're doing. I don't want to go in completely stupid, right? I mean, I am okay with not knowing shit. That's kind of my MO there, right? But I also want to have those bullet points to jump on, because it leads to so much more. So if you're somebody who is another podcaster, or if you're a musician, if you're an actor, if you're a pro wrestler, if you're a sex worker, like, I want to talk to you and find out what you're doing, put it on the podcast because other people are going to want to hear about it too. And I started this, just I think a couple years ago now. Damn, it seems like forever now. But I started it when I was bored during the pandemic. I wanted to talk to people. I didn't get to really do much and was locked up all day. And I'm like, you know what? Podcasting. I think that's something I can really sink my teeth into. And I have enough time now, so let's just give it a shot. And people really kind of gravitated toward it. And first it was local, and it was all the people that I went to high school with, or lived in the same city. I grew up in Almonte, California. A lot of people listening from there. But then it started to grow. I started to see like on my statistics, like people listening from other states. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just an anomaly. And then I looked again the next week. I'm like, all right, people are actually listening in Chicago. They're listening in Texas. They're listening in fucking Puerto Rico. Like all over the place. And I'm like, that's cool. So I'm just gonna keep it up. So all those thousand whatever Indian people that are listening, hello.
That's dope, man. I know a lot of podcasts started over the pandemic. We barely missed it. My co-host back in the building, getting his audio right here. Shout out, brother Ray G.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Yeah.
All right.
Ray G. This is Fabian. I still hear echo in the background. But it's hey man, we know where that's coming from. We be drinking and we're also gonna get into but anyway, Fabian, Ray G, Fabian.
All right, nice to meet you,
man.
All right, Fabian.
Now, since you've been doing your podcast, man, has it like really changed your life? I mean, like what sort of you're in it for the long term. Do you see this as a long term source of income? Is it bringing you like opening so many doors type of thing, or is it just still hobby based? Kind of, what is the podcast journey for you been?
So if I can be honest with you, I have no aspirations of making this a career. Like I have a career I enjoy, and so this is really mostly for fun and to give other people a platform. I think that's one of the things that I really picked up on at first that people enjoyed. They're like, oh, I'm a nobody. Why do you want to talk to me and put me on the podcast? Because your story's fucking cool, right? People are going to gravitate towards your story, and they're going to be like, I feel the same way, or I have the same experience. Perfect example. I had one guest who it was like episode 15, and she talked about all the trauma and abuse that she'd experienced in her life, right? And she said that was so therapeutic to get that all out. Her family was so supportive. They didn't know about some of this stuff that she was talking about. And then I had so many people message me like, wow, that was a really cool episode. It's probably my favorite one so far. And from there, I'm like, you know what? Even if I don't give a damn if 10 people listen, I'm like, or 5 people listen. I'm like, if I give somebody a platform and they feel good about it and they're able to, later on in life, go to YouTube or Spotify and be like, hey, listen to this. I was on a podcast, a few years ago. So if they're able to do that and I'm able to help them out with it, why not? But no, I don't really, I'm not trying to monetize it. I'm not trying to sell any merchandise or anything like that. I really just enjoy having it on, so many different platforms and having the ability to speak to, unique, interesting people and tell their stories. Because I'm a storyteller myself. That's what I do. I think somebody's muted there.
Your brother Ray?
I've been okay. You've been unmuted. Okay. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay. Fabian, I just want to know what is your I guess a 9-to-5 or your career other than your podcasting?
So I've only ever done 2 things in life as far as a career goes. Right now, I gave up the first, but I'm doing what I'm passionate about now. But I've only ever been like a bouncer bodyguard, and then also I've worked in a nonprofit after school program type thing, And right now I'm actually I'm a learning and development facilitator for a nonprofit that I work for. So I train people, and that's really you kind of the same skills you develop as a podcaster where you have that gift of gab. You kind of try you apply it to something like that, because you could be the boring guy that just reads the PowerPoints all day, right? Or you can give real life examples and people get much more out of their learning there,
Right. I see. Yeah.
Okay. Ray works for a nonprofit as well, man. He's
Oh, is that right?
got some nonprofit
Yeah.
there.
What field is education as well or no?
Actually, it's a 501c3. We have 4 programs. Yeah. It's we got a church, Heaven Bound Lifestyle Center. We have a transitional house for people, I call it 3 and 5, 3 years in the pen, 5 years probation. And then we have what they call enhanced opportunities where, what do you call it? Disabled service workers help intellectually disabled disorder people, autism, certain types of situations. And then we have what they call a Moana house, which is a low income rent for the disabled because it's ADA, and for the elderly.
Well, there you go. I got the kids, you got the adults. We got them all covered.
Yeah. So it feels good. It's a very rewarding job.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Your time as a security and bodyguard work, man. Do you have any just crazy stories? Was that something like when you were younger, post college type deal, or have you been in that work recently?
Man, I stopped doing it. Let me see, almost 10 years ago now. Damn, that's crazy because I did it for a long time. Probably I think I was like 17 when I started. I shouldn't have even been working in the clubs, But I remember my first night ever. I actually got the job through MySpace. that's how old it was.
Oh my gosh, that's a while back. MySpace, yeah.
So I was like out of high school and I was going to start college, and I was on the wrestling team in college, and I'm thinking to myself like, I need money, right? I'm like, I got my first financial aid check. I got my shitty car that I bought off my uncle that broke down on me. But I'm like, you know what? I just need some money, and I'm like, what can I do? I'm like, I don't want to do fast food. I don't want to, do anything that's going to be, take away from my school and from my wrestling. I'm like, what can I do? I can work at night. And I thought about it. I'm like, damn, what if I could be a bouncer in a few years? I was like, I could just find out how to do it now and getting good with somebody who's a bouncer now. And so I typed in, bouncer, nightclub, whatever on MySpace in the job section. They used to have like a Craigslist section. That was crazy. They had everything, man. We need to bring back MySpace. But anyway, I looked up bouncer jobs and things like that. And then I see this dude on there. I remember too, because he was like, in his pictures, I remember he was like all buff and stuff. His username was like Too Swole or something like that. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna ask that guy. How do I become a bouncer? And at the time, it was a young kid, and I was in decent shape, and I was very vain and everything. So I had the posing pictures and whatnot. And he looked at my pictures and he goes like, "Can you come in Thursday night?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so you gotta go with the black suit. We'll take care of you. And then I was getting paid under the table to do, security work when I shouldn't have been. And the Too Swole guy ended up being a tiny little Filipino man. So,
like myself.
There was that. Yeah. But you know what? So you ask any crazy stories? I got some funny ones, and then I got some not so great ones. But let's see.
How many pairs of titties would you say you've seen? Women, in your career, any women trying to pay you with
every single one of them, all of them.
Nice.
I'm like,
titties.
Do you like real titties or do you like fake titties? Because I cannot stand the fake titties. I like the real titties.
I'm a natural man myself. I am.
I know.
I mean, if I had to choose, all natural, but I do not discriminate. I say bring them all on, because
wow.
they've all got personality and character in and of themselves. And what do you call it? You asked how many I've seen. I'm like, damn, I used to work those raves all the time too, man.
Wow.
So if you've ever been to a rave, then you know what that's all about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I don't think they get violent in raves because they're on ecstasy.
No.
I think women
like a reggae club or something like that. They don't get violent like that.
Shout out to Reno. I believe was a Club Underground on 4th Street back in the day. Used to have
Club
raves.
Underground.
Used to have raves back there. There's a little alley with the couch, and I see.
I never liked raves. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't digging the music, man. Not.
Oh no, they're terrible, and especially as a bouncer, you got to be there. From like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Hell no.
I can't deal with that, man. It could be getting on my nerves. I mean, you gotta be on something to feel good. No, man. I mean, go to a cool hip hop show. We just fire up and feel good, and everybody's vibing, But a rave, I didn't like that ecstasy. I don't like nobody feeling up on me, but it felt good though. But I tried it before. Yeah.
So I mean, the raves, I think I tripped out just because how they would do those stupid dances, right?
Yeah. And the pacifiers, dude. They all got pacifiers. Which kind of like events did you like, Fabian? That you like to bounce in or whatever?
The as far as music goes, I loved all the metal shows. I'm really I'm big on metal. I mean, I like reggae too, but I didn't like all the. I'm not a smoker. So I didn't like all the weed smoke and all that stuff. And other than making it real like stinky in there, you kind of get that contact high. And I'm like, wait, what is this? I've never smoked in my life. And,
so you like the mosh pits?
Would you?
I actually don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the
really?
mosh. I like the energy of the music. I really like.
Oh, the energy of the music. Yeah, because the mosh pits, that's dangerous, man. I can't get with that, man.
It is. And then look, you get different people in the mosh pits. You get the little kids that don't know what they're doing. Right? They're just throwing fists and chingazos and things like that, and then you got like the old Nazi white boys, right, who just go in there and try to regulate the pit, and they try to act all tough. And then you really got everybody else who's just running circles, and it's like they're doing laps and stuff like that. As a teenager, I liked it, but when I became an adult, I'm like, this shit's not for me because somebody hits me, and it's out of turn, I'm gonna get upset.
Yeah. You look like a pretty big guy, man. Fabian, give us your dimensions, bro.
Oh shit, I don't even know anymore, man. I was just recently hospitalized.
I mean, you don't have to say the weight. We could just say height. How about that? Just the height, bro.
Yeah, just about 6 feet. Okay. I think I'm like I don't even want to look at the scale these days. But I used to really work out a lot, and I wrestled. I did some MMA. So back in my prime. It's about good, 270, 300, Wow. I'm probably beyond that now, but I mean, I'm not gonna.
You heard about Anthony Johnson, right? You heard about Anthony Johnson, right?
Yeah. It's probably, I'm gonna be honest. It's probably all those weight cuts that he did.
You know what? That's what my son was saying too. Anthony Johnson is all the weight cuts because he was from heavyweight down to like what, middleweight? That's a lot of weight cutting. That's not good for your liver, man.
No, he went even lower. He went to welterweight.
And then
he went to 170.
He went even lower. Oh, well, that's crazy. That's what my son's saying. It's probably all those weight cuts, man. I think you're right, man. I think he's right, too. Yeah. From drastic. Because he was heavyweight. So he was like 206, and then he went down to like welterweight. Like what? 145?
170.
170, sorry. That's right, MMA.
But,
170.
But he walks around naturally. I mean, he's got to be 220 plus.
Easy.
Yeah. He's a huge guy.
He's a big dude. He's a big dude. Yeah. So, I was just crazy when I found out about that. Anthony Johnson just passed away. Wow. Mm-hmm. So, your basis is wrestling, Fabian?
Yeah, I did it for quite a few years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what kind of wrestling? Like Greco wrestling or?
So, I mean, in high school and college, you call it folk style. But I mean, if you kind of compare it to Olympic wrestling, it's like freestyle, but with different rules. It's slightly different. It's very subtle. Well, if you're a wrestler, you're like, oh, it's way different. But for anybody else that's never wrestled before, it's just subtle differences. But that was my passion. That was my biggest passion for the longest time.
Wrestlers train crazy, man. I mean, you guys, it's all about cutting weight and cardio. I remember I was running track, and then I would see Mr. Delgado's wrestling crew up there. Man, I'm like, they'd be stuck in the room. In that room, you can see the steam coming out of that room.
Yeah, I remember
sweat boxing it.
High school, man, like the wrestlers, their workout was like way intense. Like even in football, we might be at practice 7. The wrestlers would be there at 6. running with trash bags and a sweatshirt underneath them and like all sorts of crazy shit.
Well, here's the thing about us. Our tournaments, you had to go weigh in like at 6 or 7 a.m., right? So that means you got to get to the school at 4 or 5 a.m., and for someone that's like starting off the tournament, you might be wrestling at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., right? You barely have time to get a meal after the weigh-in, recuperate that water that you lost and everything. And then sometimes the tournaments would last till like midnight. If you had a good heavyweight like me, your whole team would have to wait for you until like midnight.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then you got to have that. Well, I guess as soon as the competition started, the intensity and the adrenaline adjusted differently. Now it's competition, right? Yeah. Wow. Interesting. So, so your base is wrestling into MMA, huh? Okay, mixed martial arts. Fabian, let me ask you this: what's your cultural heritage? What's your background?
I mean, I just Mexican. A lot of people ask me, and I think you're probably going down that line. You're probably gonna ask if I'm like Polynesian or something, right?
No, because I lived in Hawaii for 15 years, and bro, you can basically, easily be Sole. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People call you Uzu. Yeah.
Yeah. No, a lot of people, ask, but no, just Mexican on both sides. I've never taken one of those, DNA tests or nothing, so who knows? But as far as I know, just Mexican down the line for like generations. But
cool.
There's got to be something in there, some kind of different blood. Because I'm not the little guy on the in the restaurant sign holding tacos.
Yeah, cool, man. And then so you decided to try the podcast, and yeah. So I don't know. I mean, me and Harris here, man, just like what you were talking about earlier. We kind of had the same, like our numbers. We're just seeing the number scale and everything. We're like, oh wow, that's interesting. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like for me and Ray, we're trying to get monetized, make this into a business, kind of like a stepping stone to launch other brands and everything. I plan to eventually quit my gig off this shit, man, just with enough consistency, perseverance. We're trying to get the merch, but still, man, it looks like you're putting in the same work into it, regardless, because you say your platforms on all the platforms, you're scheduling, you're doing all your stuff on the back end. Are you more like obviously, if you've seen monetization off it, you wouldn't mind, but all your, I don't know, all your pennies are just in almost the fun side of it. So do you think you've seen pretty good growth, just off of that? Because you're not so worried about monetization.
Yeah, I have seen growth. If I get the opportunity and somebody says, "Hey, I want to sponsor you and put some dick pills in the advertisement or something," I'll be like, by all means, advertise away. But as far as growth goes, I noticed, like I said, people starting off in LA area. And then all the other states are being lit up on the map. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Other countries, right? One thing that's kind of surprised me is my numbers on YouTube sometimes, because I don't even do video. I record it just because I like the interaction between people, and then I delete it after I rip the audio. But I don't even post the video, and so when I put the podcast on YouTube, it's just audio and it's like got like a background picture, right? So I've noticed some videos that I've posted have like 13,000 views plus or 20,000. I'm like, whoa, what happened there? Because I don't even advertise the YouTube as much at all, really.
YouTube. YouTube is more of visual. I can see why. And there's some people that basically are okay with, like, say, Spotify. Spotify or something like that, where it's just audio, right?
We're kind of doing the backwards thing. Like we're gonna put the audio. We're gonna have it on Spotify, iTunes, all that. Top of our second year. We just started off. After every show, I do clips for the week. I've been going hard on the shorts, but I'm like heavy visual, and then been lacking on the audio. Now everyone we've been having on just does audio, but it's another thing.
I mean, we could always take the audio and then just clip it on Spotify or something like that, right? I mean, or Anchor or something like that, right? So, but the video, I mean, it's been working for us really well and stuff, and because especially when you play songs and that music or something like that, we're both bopping, we're just vibing. The vibing works.
Yeah.
So that's been catching the eye.
So other than that, I mean, you don't do too much editing work. I mean, after you do your shows, like, do you feel like you have a pretty good balance in your life as far as, hey, I got to do a podcast at this time, but you're not too much stressing on the editing and all the other stuff?
No, I do the edits pretty quickly. I just put it on Audacity, and I'm able to put on some filters and bump the bass and treble up a little bit, clean it up a little bit. If anywhere I made like a mistake or somebody had that long pregnant pause, I'll cut it out or I'll edit it. I'll try to smooth it out somehow. If somebody said something they shouldn't have said, I mean, I allow a lot. I allow so much cussing and you express your opinion, but for example, if you use somebody's name and we didn't talk to that person ahead of time, right?
All right.
We're not going to incriminate ourselves. I don't want any lawsuits, so I'll go and I'll edit it, if you said something super like that I deemed, offensive, if somebody uses an N-word, right? I'm taking that out. I don't stand for that. If they use like, like a gay slur or something like that, I'll cut it out, but other than that, I'm pretty, open, like just leave in whatever you leave in. I don't edit much. I'll add music at the beginning and at the end. And like I said, just clean it up and I make the files as small as possible. Right now, I would say I have less time to dedicate strictly to the podcast, but I was very consistent for the first, 110 episodes or so. I didn't miss a week. I posted an episode every Sunday. Most of them were an hour long. Now I'm kind of going more for 30, 45 minutes just because I do have more on my plate. I'm back in person at work. Before I was working from home, and we hadn't returned to the office yet, but now, I'm returning to the office, at least a few days out of the week. So I have more on my plate. I have to earn money. I just bought a house. I just was recently hospitalized, so I got to watch my health and really pay attention to that. So a lot of things got in the way, but I didn't want to drop it. I think I went like a couple of months without posting an episode because that all was going on. But it's a lot of fun and people ask for it. That's the part that I'm like, wow, you guys still listen, and that's why I do it, because other people enjoy it. It's fun for me still. When it stops being fun, then that's it. I don't do it anymore, but I think I'm going to keep doing it until, until really nobody's left listening. And I'm just like, what's the point of this? And I don't know if it'll get to that point anytime soon, because I'm still having a lot of fun with it.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's the most important part, is the fact that you're having fun doing it. If you're not having fun with what you're doing, it's not worth it, right?
Right.
So,
yeah, we're having a lot of fun. It's changed us in a lot of ways, man. I'm looking at things totally different from a business perspective. It's held me more accountable too, as well, and it's made me more focused. I wake up more with like a mission every day, like a vision. Like I'm like, okay,
like you have a purpose. There's a purpose today. Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah,
this is our 43rd week in a row of just doing lives. So you said 110. Yeah, we got a couple more years, man. A couple more years.
Yeah, right? I think I'm at I'll be posting number 117 this weekend, I believe.
Wow. So you've been around a little over 2 years.
Yeah,
you've been about 2 years. Do you post your you have your podcast? Is it daily, Fabian, or is it
weekly? I mean, okay. Weekly, so like if I'm posting regularly, like I was, I just release an episode every Sunday. I'm like, hey, it's like going to church, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so weekly, just like T.N.R, we started weekly, and then we have once in a while off the cuff, that we post, and then so those shows weekly, how long are they that they usually have the show for?
I think most of them were like 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes over an hour. If I had so check this out, right? Every 10 episodes, I do a like a kind of a collective thing with a group of friends, right? We started off episode 10 really kind of just reminiscing on our stupid high school days, right?
Right.
And it was such a hit. People loved it. They're like, man, we love these dumb stories. We love the way we interact together. Usually I do the podcast solo with the guests, right? You know, and that's cool too. But people love the interaction between my friends and I. And so every 10 episodes we do what's called the shit show, right? It's just a big mess. And we're just, you know, talking a bunch of dumb shit. I think at first we did use it as an opportunity to just drink, because I remember having, you know, so much like Jack Daniels on hand and everything for that. But I think after a while it just became like, okay, let's do it. Let's focus on it. Have some interesting stuff to say. But yeah, every 10 episodes we have fun with that. I mean, it's a good way to keep in touch with friends as well. It brought us closer together. You know, the four of us, we've known each other since like, you know, 2000, 2001. And really, you know, life kind of separates you a little bit. You know, people have kids, they get married, they move away. But when we're doing those episodes of the shit show, right, it's like we never left. We're just kind of connecting and laughing and
Yeah, those are key points, you know, keeping your friends together. And I mean, look at me, Harris and I've been, 15 years since we've been, you know, known him when he was young. But that's what it is. So you've 2 years, you got over 100 and almost, what you said, 117. 117, and then your show is about maybe an hour to 2 hours. Yeah, wow. Okay,
a lot of time.
And you know what? I'm sorry, I didn't get to catch it. So, how many subscribers do you have now that you've been going on about 2 years? Over 2 years.
I think on Instagram it's like it's something minimal. It's like probably 1,200-1,300, right? And then YouTube it's like 200 something subscribers, but I occasionally will get like, you know, like some videos that I posted on there. They're like at, you know, 14,000, 20,000. I'm like, wow, where did all these people come from? Some videos will have like 5 plays, you know, 500 or 50, right? But the ones that get the most, I'm like, what am I doing here? What's the, you know, people talk about algorithms. What the hell is the algorithm that works? Because it seems to be random.
We found we got a clip right now. It's gonna pass 10K. Well, it's a short. The shorts is where it's at right now. Like, we got like, some short in the algorithm. It's been getting like 300 views a day over the last month. And I was like, damn. But then I'll post 500-600, you know. But the algorithm's interesting, man. If you find something, you know, and just I think you keep posting too, man. Just be consistent and you know, you can sneak something in there.
Yeah, because I noticed with the episode, like I think I have a couple episodes that I just recently posted that were kind of, you know, posted spread out. So I didn't do it, you know, consecutively, consistently. I took like a few weeks, or like I said, recently a couple months off, and those haven't gotten as many plays as the ones when I was posting like constantly, you know. So you're right.
Yeah. It's basically, it's all about the game of consistency. You gotta post something up there. Yeah, you gotta just post something, and it's a matter of consistency. And like you said, you know, there's some clips that are thousands, and theirs are just hundreds of you. But you keep going. You know, audience or no audience.
I wonder if it's just a bunch of people in Nepal and India listening, and they're like, "Oh, Ignorance is Strength podcast." Like, yeah,
well, you know, I mean, India is the second most populated country in China, so we got some listeners and viewers in India as well. And yeah, you know, just like you're saying, like, wow, we're getting, you know, getting some viewership and whatnot. So we feel like we're doing something right.
Yeah, I remember one time I looked at the statistics, and my podcast was posted on what's called Ghana. It's like I guess it's like their Spotify, Ghana. And then
Ghana,
you know,
Ghana in Africa. Yeah. Ghana, Africa.
No. It's actually it's not that. It's spelled Gaana. So
Ghana?
It was like it's like a platform, I guess, for podcasts. I don't know if they put music too, but I guess it's like their Spotify. And I don't know how it got posted there, but I kept posting it there afterwards, and I noticed the numbers went up. I'm like, wow, that's incredible, because like on Spotify or Google or what do you call it, Apple, it was a little lower. I'm like, well, it's getting started, but on Ghana, it just, the numbers blew up. It was in the thousands. I'm like, I guess they really enjoy their American entertainment over there.
Possibly, maybe to them, this conversation we have, they're like, maybe they're just trying to also kind of like, catch our tempo and our vibe, and so when they come over here and they visit, they kind of know the swag, and so.
That that's what I was thinking. I'm like, they have a lot of those telemarketers. I'm like, they're probably listening to us and like listening to our speech patterns, and like they're like, oh, okay, this is how you have American back and forth banter, or it could be just full of shit, and maybe they just enjoy listening. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, or taking our voices and doing that whole like how they put our, like, your voice with another, or like, I don't know, you're saying some shit, but it's not even you. I don't know, some crazy,
like deep faking.
Yeah. The deep fake. Do you get into a lot of stuff in your podcast? Any political stuff? Do you talk about like just society? Anything like what's your deepest sort of like, what's the deepest space you'll go? What?
I'll go anywhere. Like I mentioned, sometimes people want to talk about trauma, abuse, things that they've experienced like that. Those are usually really good. Man, I'll tell you what, I did have one guy that was really full of shit, and he was talking about his life was so hard and blah, 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 but he was like a drug addict who was looking for attention. And I remember I interviewed him, and then several other people. I think you're Harris, you're one of Joyner's guys, right? You talked to Steve Joyner? Yeah. So he set me up with this guy, and a lot of other people that, know Steve, interviewed this guy, and everybody's like, is he kind of off? Like, is he, what did you think about him? I'm like, you know what? He was high the whole time, and he's telling his sob story. And then he made up a fake, post online that he overdosed in the hospital. He was in the hospital, excuse me. And so I'm like, oh, this is bad. Maybe I'll tell Steve, because he knows him, and he he helps him get on podcasts and stuff. And I'm like, I'm gonna let Steve know. Steve's like, yeah, he's probably not. He probably didn't overdose. Like, he's messing with you, But that was a bad example. I'm not gonna mention the guy's name, but it's terrible. He wanted back on the podcast. I never let him back on. I didn't even answer him, and he left me all the. I wish I still had them. He left me all of these interesting whiny voicemails, and it was like, I was like, man, it's almost like like a scorned lover there, like,
what, we have an episode. Sorry to cut you off, but there was we have an episode called Weak Men. And we basically talk about men who are always they're the victim. Oh, and this and that, da 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 da. And we have that episode. No, we really stand up about basically getting men back to being, because a lot of men are being emasculated right now.
We have what we call the Femi-Men Nation right now, gentlemen. That's what we're living in. The Femi-Men Nation.
Was that how do you pronounce that, Fabian?
Oh, I'm just calling it Femi-Men.
Femi-Men,
Femi-Men Nation.
incels. They have all these, incels. Yeah, man. I mean, guys today I don't know. They're losing their game, man. I mean, you gotta. And
I don't.
And men are, as men. I mean, I'm sorry, not that it's just we're hunters and gatherers. We're warriors. We're soldiers. We're protectors. We're providers. That's what men are. We're, that's who we are, and you can't take that away from us, no matter what.
Listen, yeah, I support that. I'm on board with that. I also agree that we're losing our masculinity, and we're acting like that's the greatest thing ever. I don't believe in degrading women. I don't believe in them being second-class citizens. However, right, we as men, we still have to be men. Teach boys that you can play with trucks. Don't wear a dress. I mean, look, I get the whole gender identity thing. It's a big hot topic right now. I have my thoughts on that, but I'm not gonna, get into detail right now. But
feel free.
Feel free to do it, man. That's what we're
Oh,
about
for
over
sure.
here, Fabian. We're not politically
I
correct.
I honestly don't expect. I know there's only a
Yeah.
certain level I'm going to be able to go because I'm one of those voices that they're going to try to send a hit team because
We're
my
gonna try to cancel us, and we're kind of like we're ready.
Yeah. I mean, just in general, and if I get off on that tangent, I'll get off on that tangent. But look, we're making it seem like masculinity is a bad thing. You call it toxic masculinity. You talk about mansplaining and things like that, right? And sometimes that we just take it. We don't fight back. We're just like, you're right. But there is a toxic type of masculinity. There's a masculinity where it's like, hey, you're just a fucking douche, right? That's a different kind of masculinity. That's like that frat boy kind of fucking masculinity, right? But a man is okay to be strong. A man is okay to want to be the one that opens the door for you. Some ladies don't even want you to open the door for them anymore.
Chivalry.
Right?
I mean, chivalry. That's what makes man, beautiful thing, man. I mean, chivalrous effort, man. Those are, to be treasured. And if a female doesn't appreciate that, then she got it completely wrong.
Yeah.
She got it completely wrong. And there was a time in our show where we were talking about something and someone basically said, do you believe in transgender rights? And me and Harris were like, what's that? Transgender, do you agree with, transgender voting and everything? I'm like, what does that mean? Are you trying to basically compare that to civil rights, man?
Yeah, one of my infamous clips. It was dope.
It was a thrill because we were, and me and Harris got to talking. And I go, look, yeah, I do have something about transgender. And I tell you what it is. I respect women so much that I respect my grandmother, my mother, my sister, my aunt. Women out there. I respect them so much that why would I want a man who wants to be a woman by choice because they don't either understand or whatever happened to their life, some kind of fucked up thing that everyone's been through. We've all been through some fucked up shit. You get over it, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't really speak that, but to basically then you want to compete as a man, want to be a woman, and you want to take what is rightfully theirs, that pronoun and their position. Now you want to play in their sport, dude.
I can't stand that.
I can't respect that because you're taking the respect and honor I have for every woman, my daughter, my wife, my grandmother, my aunt, my mother, every woman that I ever respected in my life. You're taking that honor away from them. I don't respect that, and vice versa. Women want to be men.
Here's my thoughts on this. Look, I'll get into it right now. Look, I don't hate anybody, right? If you identify as transgender, non-binary, whatever you want to call yourself, he, him, they, shim, whatever, right? You can call yourself that. You can dress however you like. You can wear makeup. You can fuck whoever you'd like, right? Do whatever you want. I don't hate that. I have no business telling you what to do. However, when you start to mangle your parts and get surgeries, life-altering surgeries, where you have to take medicine all your life, where you have to take hormones all your life, that's not natural, right?
No, it isn't. And a lot of them end up either dying or just not healing right. Or that's why there's such a high rate of suicide.
And the main thing I have the issue with is, I mean, yeah, it's not normal beyond any means. If you're 18, whatever, do what you want. But the fact that they're saying that, children have the choice to make that decision before they're 18 and the whole integration of it in schools and in
that's crazy.
They feel the need to now have a transgender couple on TV and play house and all this weird shit.
I don't like it when they push it on us. I don't like it when they push it on me. I don't like it. It's like, look, it's there. I mean,
the rationale behind these surgeries is like, oh, it's because they feel like they belong in a different body and it's going to make them happy. You know what you call that? You call that fucking crazy, right? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. It used to be described as a mental illness, and now it's like you can't call that a mental illness. Why not? You're doing all this crazy shit to your body. If I said, look, I feel like I have 2 arms, I only need 1. I'm gonna cut one off, right? You would think I'm fucking crazy, right? But if you have a dick and you say, I don't need this anymore, I want to be turned into a woman, you're now normal and we're supposed to celebrate you and say how great you are, right? I mean, something doesn't jive here.
And then you're trying to push people to accept what your decision is. Look, not everybody's going to accept what you decide on. No one's going to stop you from doing what it is you want to do. But don't try to like push it upon me for me to accept. And then trying to like be like, oh, no, it's I'm.
Look, I wish them well, I really do, but time after time, I've seen the examples where, okay, you want to take a famous example? Let's look at Bruce Caitlyn Jenner, right? He got the sex change to make him happier, right? Is he happy or I don't even know what to call Bruce Caitlyn. Is she happy? I mean, I don't think so.
I don't even pay attention, but I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know how you could. I think you got to find your happiness in the form that you created.
We used to tell people, just be happy with who you are, right? You have to, find something in you and be like, I'm satisfied with who I am. I might not be perfect, but I love who I am. Now we're saying like, no, you can get, surgeries and essentially change your entire body and try your best to reverse what is natural, but you can't.
It's anyways, I just I think now what I would like to really is there are men out there, and I just want to give them this empowerment again, which they are, because that's what men, that's what we're competitive like that. And maybe there's gonna be a time where there may be some that are like kind of like, oh, like I'm realizing that I truly believe that the worst thing that can happen to the world is not so much the whole bombing and whatnot. It's depopulation. We're not populating, and there's a lot of countries out there, like say Japan. Japan has more older people now than they have young people, which means that they don't really have the workers anymore. They're not in their working age anymore. So because of their population, because they have no young, because the people, whether it's economics, they stop having kids. They stop having kids, and that's crazy, because I just look at my family. I'm the only one that's got really 3 kids. Everyone's got like a 1, because economic reasons. And I tell you, man, yeah, it was tough. My kids did not have everything they ever wanted, but it's not about that. The positive thing about that is they didn't grow up to be materialistic. All they grew up with is the fact of that, you have 2 people in the house. Oh yeah, maybe they didn't really whatever, but you can talk to each and every one of them. And so they all got good heads on their shoulders, man. I mean, they got, and yeah.
Do you have wife and kids of your own, Fabian? Or
no, I'm actually one of those people who did everything reverse, man. I'm I think I always kind of stifled myself. I'm like, you know what? I want to have this before I even consider, any sort of, marriage or kids or anything like that. So I'm like, I need to have a stable job, right? I got a stable job. I have a great career at this point. I'm like, I need a house or something stable. Now I have that. Now everybody's like, okay, now you can focus, but I'm like, no, now I need to get my health, under control. But, eventually, yeah, I think that's something I want. But, as as I'm getting older, I'm realizing some people shouldn't have ever gotten married when they were younger.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe a lot of people that I know that are younger that got married, they just made the wrong choice, and so I think more and more people are waiting till they're a little more mature, a little more settled, and doing it that way.
Yeah.
That's the American way now. You know, I think before, I think the last generation, everybody was having kids super early, and you see the results of that where it's like kids raising kids. You
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
immature people who should have never breeded in the first place, you know, raising a bunch of idiots. And I hate to put it that way, but
No, that's
it's,
true. I mean, that's yeah, because of yeah, yeah. And for those of you folks out there who wants to just find someone that is what they call equally yoked with you, that's my suggestion.
Say again, equally what?
Equally yoke. Okay, because if you, I've seen couples, whether they're two bad people, they succeed. So imagine they're two good people and they put their heads together, they succeed. So either way, you know, it's everything was really made in twos, man. So yeah, so that's my suggestion, you know. But like you said, you know, there's some people that they want it, but they don't really. There's a lot of people today that doesn't really know the meaning of relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm just scared for the future because everybody is, you know, communicating, texting and whatnot, and the person to person is losing. So people like us who have a show like this, and why do the people like to interact is because we're still people, dude. We like to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Let's face it, man.
Exactly. We need that human interaction. But, you know, you mentioned people who all they want to do is text and communicate through quick means like that. I have a hard time getting any young people to take my phone calls. I'm a caller. I don't text. I text, you know, but I prefer if we're going to send a wall of text, I'm going to call you. You know?
Are you, Fabian, are you, I mean, if you don't mind sharing, like, what age group are you in? Are you in your 30s or early 40s?
Mid 30s, 36.
Okay. So you guys are in the same, pretty much as Harris. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. So I understand where you're coming from. I get it.
So when it's like a business, you know, to get down to it, if you just have to have some quick information, like, what time, boom. But yeah, if you're going to sit there and hash out some shit, I don't know. I've started to become accustomed to the email. I like that because it feels like more professional, and I like the format of that. But yeah, if not, then just call.
Yeah,
I'm talking about personal people that I know personally. It's like, hey, just take my damn call, you know.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's hard to get the young crowd, but we're of that. We're right there in the middle, man. The last of the dying breed, man. We're coming up on an hour, man. Before we get you out of here, I want to ask you though, some, and on the good vibe, what's are you much of a drinking man? What's your favorite beverage? What are you drinking?
So I'll tell you, as far as drinking, like I do it socially, maybe. I can go forever without a drink and I don't mind. But when I do, I do. and my go-to, it's really interesting because I never wanted to have like a typical drink. I'm like, I don't want to just have a Jack and Coke as my drink. I don't want to just have like something that other people drink. And a friend of mine introduced me to Southern Comfort and Red Bull, right? It sounds weird, but I really liked it the first time I had it. If a bar doesn't have Southern Comfort and Red Bull, though, I'll go for a Moscow Mule, and it has to be served in that little tin cup. If it's not in that little tin cup, I don't want it, because it keeps it extra cold and something about it. It just tastes better. And so either of those two.
I'm a bartender by trade, and I take my time. I muddle the limes. If the bartender does not muddle your limes in the bottom, I throw a little dash of simple syrup. I don't overdo it, but a little dash and about 3 limes, muddle it with that. Gets you real nice and cold, man. So
that nice ginger beer in there.
Yeah. And what do you? What's some of your favorite foods? Now I'm gonna stereotype, man. You look like you can get down on a barbecue. Do you like to, are you the grill master at the family reunion or summertime, or what do you?
You absolutely nailed it. Yeah, nailed it, man. So I actually sold barbecue for a bit during the pandemic as well. It went very well. But first and foremost, I actually did learn how to cook before I learned how to grill. So, I was really good at making like jambalaya, gumbo, pastas, and things like that. But when it comes to grilling, I feel like I'm a master at pork ribs. I make very good pork ribs. A lot of people like making the beef ribs. I'm okay with that, but it's those are very like salty and peppery. It's very basic. When it comes to pork ribs, I think you have to really get that flavor, perfect, because you can't do too much brown sugar because it's too sweet. You can't do too much barbecue sauce because then it's just like a very basic taste. You want to get a lot of different flavors. You want to get enough smoke in there, right? You want to make it savory and sweet, right? And then you want to give it a touch of something. And I'm not going to tell you what's the secret ingredient in my sauce, but you want to give it a touch of something that's going to make it stand out.
Okay. Are you okay? So like, say like for this next week, Thanksgiving, are you the man that's gonna prepare the turkey? Are you the guy that's known? Like, what's your go-to dish other than the ribs?
Well, I'm gonna smoke the turkey and the ham.
Okay.
Those are gonna go in the smoker. The ham is just gonna be with the nice little cherry glaze, some pineapples on there. I like that sweet and savory combo. The turkey, all right. So I'm either thinking of doing it kind of like if you've ever had like Mexican pollo asado, that flavor is kind of funky, different, very citrus, or not just go like a garlic and herbs type of thing. But it will go in the smoker and it'll be nice and juicy and delicious. As far as my sides, I think I make a pretty decent bacon mac and cheese. Or when I make my mashed potatoes, it's almost like a baked potato, right? I leave the little bit of skin in there. I like using baby red potatoes, and putting a little bit of like sour cream, a little bit of cheese in there as well. It gives it a nice consistency too. And then just topping it with bacon and chives, and that's something different right there.
Man, are you do you brine your turkey, or are you you're a briner?
I have to.
Okay, because there's the briners and then there's just the regular marinators, right? Is that is that the people? Okay, I've the few times I've attempted to do a couple of turkey injections. One of the greatest turkeys I had of all time was an injected turkey or infused and everything. But I did a brine last year. I'm thinking about doing some sort of turkey brine this year. But man.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I think with like a lot of the turkeys, they already inject them enough with like butter and like a water salt solution. So I'm gonna put it in a nice brine. In what I'm gonna do after that is I'm gonna make sure to get the butter underneath the skin, right? I'm gonna get some butter on the outside of the on the skin. Hit it with a little bit of olive oil, right? And then just like if you would smoke some good chicken wings, a little bit of cornstarch, make that skin crispy.
Damn, I'm getting hungry over here.
So where you live again? Where you from again?
Right now, Pomona, California. Yeah.
Pomona, California. Okay, man. We may have to take a trip over there and after all that talking and describing, you're gonna have to prove it, bro.
Shout out Sugar Free.
Taste it.
Yeah, everybody says that. From Pomona. Yeah.
Pomona, man, Sugar Free, man, legend. That's dope. Are you you like baked beans? I'm a baked bean man. A nice baked bean, or and of course potato salad. But
baked beans, I'm not that big of a fan, only because I am a beaner, and so I like the Mexican beans with that nice broth, pinto beans. Pinto beans with a little bit of onion, and a lot of the time Mexican families we use the call it consomme, the chicken stock in there, mix it in there. And maybe sometimes throw a little chile serrano in there, just kind of let it cook in with the beans. So our beans are very flavorful. So I'm a little picky when it comes to that. I don't even like black beans. I'm like, no, I love pinto
black beans.
Are you
pinto beans? Yeah.
Are you Modelo or Corona?
I honestly, I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna ruffle a few feathers with people who like beer. I don't like beer. I'll drink it if I'm offered a beer, but of those two, probably Corona. I don't know. Yeah, maybe Corona.
Yeah. I don't like beer either. Not a beer
Yeah,
drinker.
if I'm gonna drink, I prefer let's do shots. Or let me dilute the flavor enough with like SoCo Red Bull or Moscow Mule to where I don't taste the alcohol because it sounds weird. I don't like the taste of alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. What about wine? You like wine?
Maybe those very sweet Stella Roses, but I hate the dry feeling of wine too.
Oh, you don't like Merlot or nothing like that? Okay.
No.
Mm.
It could be a mental thing too. I'm one of those people that was like, I'm never gonna drink because there was some early trauma in the family with that. But I'm like, I've never gotten a taste for it.
Right, which is a good thing. Always drink responsibly.
Yep.
So you're not a smoker. You're not a drinker. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was a good kid. It is what it is. I didn't have to get into shit to prove myself. I think that too, it helped me out because I never caved into peer pressure. I saw, peer pressure kind of as one of those things like, well, you're a bitch because you're giving into other people. If people legitimately like drinking or smoking or whatever, I don't hassle them. I got friends that love smoking. I got friends that love drinking, right? And whatever, more power to you. But kids shouldn't be doing that.
There's drinking again.
I think there's just some people that are just like they're cool. Like I'm cool with water. I like to smoke weed though, but it's not like I gotta have it. It's like that was my if I have anything of choice, that's my thing right there. But I like to eat. I love to eat.
And this is a little bit controversial with pot smokers, and I don't again, I don't fault anybody, but let's be honest here. This is what I tell people. We have to admit, people say weed is not an addiction. If you have to smoke it every day, if you have to sneak it into theaters, if you have to sneak it into concerts, you're addicted. I'm like, that's my thoughts on it. And anything could be an addiction. You could be addicted to eating. You could be addicted to sugar.
Everything. Yeah.
I talk about that a lot. I'm definitely addicted to the herb, bro. If I don't have it, I get grouchy. I don't feel like I can perform as well. Totally dependent on weed.
See, but at least you admit it, man. That's the thing with people, with anything, like you're authentic about it. And if people it pisses me off when people are not authentic about things, it's like, just admit it. Like it's a lot easier on you.
I factor this shit into my monthly budget. I'm talking about like, if I need my treat, and then it's like, yeah, don't need it, but if I can have it, provide it, afford it, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
it means that much.
Yeah, it's your choice. Yeah,
yeah. People are addicted to cigarettes.
Yeah. You know what? It's interesting. I believe weed. There's a certain, for me, I'm 55 years old, and I've been through it, but there's a certain age where you're like, I've had enough. Like, good example, this weekend I spent time with my uncle in Sassoon City, Uncle Brad. Uncle Brad was a pothead, big time. He's the one that provided and all the always good herb. And then I'm back there and he hasn't been smoking, and it's like he's a one-hitter quitter. And I'm going, Uncle Brad, this is like, and I kind of prepared myself, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna fire up. We're gonna take a, get an eighth or something like that between the two of us. And it's like, wow, you're a one-hitter quitter. Huh? I mean, big time change. But in a way, it's good. Save me money. I didn't have to do that. We basically enjoyed a couple of joints between the two of us. Didn't even finish it, and I'm totally cool, man. I'm totally cool, So Uncle Brad became a one-hitter quitter, the man that used to smoke like a chimney. Wow.
Well, it's like you can't be at the top forever, right?
No, and that's the thing about weed. It's like you smoke it, but it's there, as you get older, you kind of like wean off of it a little. So it's completely safe. Unlike alcohol, alcohol changes you, and it's a depressant. And yeah, I don't like alcohol. Changes people, I
don't like the effects of overdoing it. Look, I actually didn't drink till I was 21. I waited until I was 21 to take a sip, and I was working at bars and stuff, and it's funny because my first time drinking was at a bar where I worked. Everybody wanted to buy me a shot, right? My 21st birthday, I believe after everybody bought me a shot, it was I had 23 shots that night, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, and a lot of them were like 151 and things like that. I'm like, you guys are trying to kill me.
Oh yeah.
Right. And that's when I learned. Look, here's you know, I believed in myself so much. I thought, man, drinking, it's all in your head. You know, you're not, if you don't want to get drunk, you won't get drunk, right? I'm like, I guarantee you, I can drink whatever I want. I won't get drunk. I really believe that stupidity in my head, right?
Yeah.
And around shot number 10, you know, because I took like 10 of them within the first hour, I was like, whoa, what's going on? I was like, you know, you start seeing everything slow down and you're turning into,
Horrible.
you know, yeah.
That's
and I'm like, oh,
that's something I sit here week after week, sip a little. I get to a certain, not even a point, it's just very relaxing. Just drink responsibly, man. That's what I preach. And you really got to be in control of the beast, man, and understand that it really is poison. Your body is not supposed to have it in it, you know, and it's really a spirit, you know. That's why it will change you, and it's not necessarily a good spirit, demonic spirits. You're drinking it, so as long as people are aware of that, man, well, no. But they'll continue to make dumbass decisions, man. So what it is, we just each got to be accountable for our own actions. Before we get out of here, man, go ahead and plug anything you would like. Let the world know absolutely anything you would like, and you know, and then yes, sir. And then Ray will ask you. We have two things that we ask guests before we get out of here, and then we always end on a positive note, man.
Cool. All right. So it's just very simple. Any of my links are, you know, Ignorance is Strength podcast. So if you're on Facebook, you know, it's / Ignorance is Strength podcast. Same thing on Instagram. On Twitter, it's a little shorter. It's just the Ignorance Pod. I don't really know how to use Twitter, but I'm on there. So if you're on there, you know, check me out. YouTube as well, Ignorance is Strength podcast. And you can check me out on any of the platforms like Spotify. That one's my favorite. If you have, you know, Apple Music, if you have Google or Deezer or iHeartRadio, all over the place. Those of you in India listening, Ghana, you know, I'm like, there's thousands of you. But that's pretty much it, you know. Just Ignorance is Strength podcast for most of them.
Okay. Right on, man. And the last part, Fabian, we would ask you to give Harris is Drinking a plug. If you basically first introduce yourself, then go ahead.
Well, that's supposed to be my part. You're supposed to ask him, did he have a good time tonight?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, that was your part. Sorry, bro. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Fabian, did you have a good time tonight, my brother?
Yeah, man, good time. You know, I think we were on this for a little over an hour, and I didn't even realize it. So, definitely enjoyed myself. You know what they say about time flying when, you know, you're having a good time, and that's exactly what happened.
That's what it is. That's what we're all about. And Harris Drinking again. The fact that you're having a good time hanging out with Harris and brother Ray G. Fabian, y'all. Now it's your turn, my brother, to tell your part.
Yes, and shout out to you, Mac. I consider this like a virtual pub, man. We play music, we have a drink. You know, it's like your local lounge, man. Come in. At this bar, you can take your shoes off, wear sweatpants. You know, we're not tripping.
Nice.
Although I'm usually in a nice button up, but today I was like,
well, I like feeling crispy. I like looking crispy.
Yeah,
so.
we're trying to be fresh on the show. But
yeah.
But before you go, can you just give us a drop? I'm gonna put it in the clip. You know, this is Fabian. You know, shout out to Harris is Drinking Again podcast, something like that. And
okay. All right. So ready? All right. This is Fabian motherfucking Ojeda of the Ignorance is Strength podcast here on the Harris is Drinking Again podcast. And I don't know shit, but that's okay.
Damn.
Brother Fabian, man, you the man, bro.
Absolutely.
Definitely, man. Good luck with all your efforts, man. Thank you for that beautiful, amazing plug, man. That was tight, man.
That was probably the best plug we've ever had.
That was probably one of the best plugs, man.
That was the most best.
I mean, yeah.
Yes,
just to let you know, we ain't done here. Harris is Drinking Again. We're gonna have an event. It's called Yam Jam, and you know, let's cross over, man. Let your subscribers and our subscribers come to you. We'll chop it up again, man. We're on the new media, and man, good looking out, man.
I'm gonna talk to you on the behind the scenes this week and book something for your show.
For sure, yeah.
Saturday, so
nice. Yeah, I know weekends are easier for me, so I'll reach out and we'll figure something out. I'm doing a recording this weekend, and but that's only for like an hour or so. So anytime this weekend, next weekend, weekend after that, I don't mind. Anytime you're free, I'm free on the weekend.
Sure.
All right.
For
Sounds good,
sure,
man.
For sure. Thank you, Fabian.
Hater in the building, y'all.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Man, oh man, what a show! What a show! Fabian the hater, bro. I'ma have to let you know. Here we go with gin. Not tonight, it's vodka. I'ma win. Way up in the bay, he's on the top. Teach truth we never seen. I don't even got the energy to flow like that tonight, man. We just kicking back, stating facts.
Oh man, all right. So we got, shoot. What it do, brother?
What it do, man? Yeah. So yeah, that was Fabian of the Ignorance is Straight podcast. Go check him out. Spotify. We'll have clips dropping this week. I got a lot of work to put in. I got Thanksgiving Day off again. I had the day off. Threw my day off though, man. We got through the show regardless, and but we got a lot of back end stuff to do, man.
You know what? When I had my roommate Ty come over here, he has a really interesting story. I'm glad we were able to, put it on there and everything. And I know Fabian's coming real soon on that one right there. So, but hey, show must go on.
Yeah. Shout out to Ty. Didn't mean to be all too rude. But goddamn echo again. But no, I just want to make sure the guests have quality.
Yeah.
Time, and I didn't want to be too distracted with someone else and like figuring out the camera angle,
because it wasn't on the agenda. That was my bad. I just wanted to kind of put him in and everything, and but it's okay. We'll have a special time because he actually plays rugby, and he was telling me quad style playing rugby, and it's very interesting. I'm learning a lot. I mean, it's amazing. Like what fascinates me is the mind and the heart of just amazing, I'm just learning a whole new side of people right now, and but it kind of was like I kind of put him in there and everything, and I think it's my fault because I didn't prepare it. I was just, hey, just come on the show and everything, and I'm realized that now where we are is that we're on the schedule. We can put every, but maybe 2-3 minutes, and then so
yeah, like just ramping up fast. Like I was talking to Pitt too, and even his interview was different. I'm like all business now, man. It's like, come on, and we ask the questions. Let's get your song up. Let's roll. Let's hard hitters, man.
Yeah, but we just got to get better, and it's just now we're making the adjustment, and we'll talk about it, and we'll just But
I love it.
Aside from that, what shall we talk about tonight? Since we've been talking, should we talk about our calendar? Are they interested in that? Maybe not, but I think they'd be interested in. I don't know if you alerted them about Mr. Chong, and then our 2023 Yam Jam Cinco de Mayo event.
Yeah, the calendar. So Well, we can do a couple things here. Next week we got Big Freeze. Now, see if he's on. This brother, man. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna have to put the disclaimer up. Yeah, I want to talk about our next guest here. Shout out to the people, man. Someone dropped something in the chat, man. We got about 4 people up in here. Salute, salute. Hit that like, subscribe. We're gonna have this gentleman on the show next week. Fuck it. If I get a claim, it is what it is. I do not own the content, but peep this out video. All right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna play the whole thing because in case they tripping on us, man. These brothers are gonna be on the podcast. Well, this brother here, man, Big Freeze.
Man, you know what? What's interesting is that he's
Right.
singing, Spanglish, but man, I actually understand some of his lingo. I know he said something about this watch. Look at something about the diamonds on this watch because I saw reloj, diamante. Those are Tagalog words, man. That's reloj is watch, diamante is diamond, baby. The commonality, I love it, dude.
Yeah, shout
I
out Big
love it, man. Big time.
Subscribe to the channel. Go check him out at Big Freeze MX. 1.5 thousand subscribers.
Man, I can't wait because, we're going to relive Yam Jam again, bro. I mean, should we talk a little bit about Yam Jam's, should we talk about Yam Jam's, like, history? Like, what is it all about? Is it, like, I mean, can't wait, man.
Yeah, I'd like to have those brothers there.
For sure, man. For sure.
Hard
It's
hitters, man. The performers got to be different. Like, they got to be about their biz. That's why I'm saying, man, this thing's got to be like fucking. These artists got to be confirmed. Everything.
The artist has to be able to like sell, like not just sell, but I'm talking like when we have the Yam Jam, they're gonna have to be like have their followers come on and just.
I think these guys right here, man, on Instagram collectively they got over like 100,000, all 3 of them. So
for sure, I can believe it, man.
And they're doing shows all over soccer stadiums and different places. So, and it's Cinco de Mayo. So when next week we're gonna bring this up, man, to a Big Freeze and let them know, man. Cinco de Mayo 24, baby. Keep your calendar.
Yes,
because we're gonna come rock out with the Reno people, man. Cinco de Mayo, man. Latin community, man.
Yes. I might as well let it know in the air right now, since you're gonna make a clip on it. Is that I'm the program coordinator for Heaven Bound Lifestyle Center, and I helped start this organization back in 2007, and then something happened personal. Had to move to Hawaii. Now I'm back after 15 years. We 2007 to be exact. Youth Against Meth, which we call Yam Jam, which we're gonna change now to You and Me Jam. You know, it's an event where, you know, you're entertainer in the music. This is a place for you to highlight. You know, we provide you with a stage. You can sell your CD or your music, your tracks on our online platform. You can download it. You know, all the stuff, the real stuff that we're going to show you, highlight you on that particular day. And it's going to be a live venue, and we're going to basically have cameras and content, and Harris is Drinking again. It's going to be there, most definitely, doing interviews and whatnot before they come on stage.
I'm gonna host the event, and I'm gonna be there. Harry Vision Films, man, with the drone.
Harry Vision Films, that's right.
We're gonna try to hire a camera person as well, and I'm gonna edit. It's gonna be amazing, man.
It's gonna be great, and it's also a fundraiser because you know, the fundraiser will go to good cause. And right now, the project that we're doing here at Heaven Bound Lifestyle Center, or we call HBLC Inc., is that you know, we're trying to raise funds for these you know, intellectually disabled disorder, you know, young adults that have you know, say Down syndrome or autism or something with you know, what they're going through. And these are special people. And I tell you, you know, this is my first time ever really working for a nonprofit. Pretty much all of my career, I've worked for profit. I understand that part. But at the same time, and this is my first time really, you know, interacting and doing service for like people with special needs. And I tell you what, it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding to be a DSW, which is a disabled service worker. It's very rewarding. It's very humbling. But the most important thing is that you really understand people and their triggers and whatnot. And it's kind of crazy. Let me just kind of rant on this for a second. You know, when we created Harris is Drinking Again, you know, it was a thought of Harris drinking again to where, you know, oh, he's drinking again. You know, it's exactly what we wanted for you to think. But in reality, the meaning of Harris is Drinking Again is that the world is so that it drives you to drink, if that even makes any sense. You don't have to necessarily drink. It's about the human interaction amongst each other, the conversation. You know, that's why we try to stay transparent. And because of this concept, we didn't even know our niche, bro. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't even really know what the fuck are we doing when we started this almost a year from now ago. We were just two guys just wanted to talk about whatever. And now it's like it's kind of like it's building its own, like creating its own life. And I'm tripping, but at the same time, I'm enjoying it. You know, it makes it, you know, worth it. And Harris, man, I just want to say, man, you're editing and you're scheduling and all that stuff, and you definitely found your, you know, niche, and it's helping me out, you know. So, anyways, but that's my rant.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, we're finding our shit. It's gonna be a good send off to the year. But next week, Big Freeze MX, look him up all platforms. Apparently, man, big artist, you know, big following. We got Juan Vasquez the week after that. Tommy Chong's coming on. We got Pat Jerome, actor. So a guy, Pete Frackin. We got a bunch of guests coming up, man. So stay tuned. That's all I got for the night, man. We'll be back. Thanksgiving show.
Thanksgiving.
I might even do a morning stream. I might do definitely a night show, but I think I'm gonna do the morning part with my kid, and then I'll be like fucking streaming all day.
Yeah. Whatever is clever, I'm ready, man. Before we close this out, man, because when I got on, I got a little late. Do you mind, Brother Harris? What's up? Do you mind, Brother Harris?
What's that?
Throw something, add a little something. Throw something, add a little something. You know what's up. Before we close out.
Freestyle?
You read my mind, brother.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really freestyle modish tonight, you know. It's I don't feel it, brother.
Okay. All right. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I thought you saw something because you know.
I'd have to do it written if I really wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a written one, I don't know, but if you don't feel like it, up to you.
I can always do something. I mean, if you're calling me out, I mean, I don't. What the fuck, you know? I mean,
If I'm calling you out, yes, I'm calling you out, my
Why would you do
brother.
that?
I am calling you out. That's right. That's right. What?
But I'm not.
I missed earlier one. Yeah.
You know, I'm not a rapper anymore. I'm just here
I
trying
know
to promote these other rappers.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have to get a written. I have to look for a written. Yeah, nothing's. It's not a musical night, brother. I'm sorry.
Is that a musical now? Okay, hey man, that's okay, man. So
I'm in just my business mode. I am just fucking here. I'm already thinking about what emails I gotta send off tomorrow, what emails I gotta respond to, and all that good shit.
man, you're in full effect, man. You're in full effect.
Yes, sir.
That's great, man. You're in full effect. Hey, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. The year's gonna turn, and you know, show after show, it just, you know, more successful and everything, and you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks to our guest, man. Thank you, Fabian, man, for sharing. You know, what's the name of his show? Ignorance is
strength.
Ignorance is
straight.
It's straight. It's ignorance is strength. Wow, what a great title! Amazing.
Shout out, salute Pit, salute Fabian. All right, man. We'll
salute Pit. Yeah.
Thanksgiving, perhaps, Brother Ray, and I'll talk to you on the back end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. And I'll talk to you in the back end, and I'm gonna Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. You know, come again, and we'll see you Thanksgiving. All right, brother.
All right, Brother Ray G, everyone, up in the building. What a show, what a show. What another great night on the Harris' Drink It Again podcast. You already know. Yeah. Salute to the guest, T.N.R 043. Pretty good episode. Energy was a little down, but hopefully everything's going to be good in the back end next week. Thanksgiving, episode number 44. Salute to everybody up in the building, man. Salute. And we'll be back next week on the Harry's Drinking Again podcast. Peace out, bitches.